Hello, welcome
back.
again.
Hey.
We're gonna have to ask you to hit that like button yet again. Yeah, that was quick. Crazy Joe.
Easy and understandable to see what happened. So
he had such a hot minute that he took down the stream.
we need to ask StreamYard to make an app.
Yeah, that is something that would be beneficial to the application if they made it more user friendly on the phone. Yeah. So yes, that's all that happened. We have some topics today. Have you been paying attention?
We have some breaking news though. I don't know if Max wants to talk about it. But,
about what? What is it?
The thing that I shared you on Twitter.
Let me see.
Well, you could have just let him talk about what the show is going to be about before you're like.
Well, that's why I'm like I don't know if we want to talk about it.
Let me see. You sent me a DM about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'm not afraid to talk about this stuff. Let's do it. All right. Listen. People think I hate Zachary Levi. I don't. I don't hate Zachary Levi. I'm just critical of him. I'm critical.
That's why.
Can we please just talk about Star Wars? God damn it!
No. It won't take a minute.
Hurry
it's
up.
a minute. It's a minute. It's a minute reaction. We will get to Star Wars.
Okay.
We will get to Star Wars.
No. Wake me when it's over.
Zachary Levi on Twitter. Whether you like him or not, chill out, man. Your movie is not doing great. Just chill out, take your bumps, and move on. He is digging his heels in on this topic. He is everywhere.
It's not that. It's that he tried to get someone and
didn't
follow through.
But it feels like he's making even if he's accurate on things not working out. Be nice, Matt. Whatever.
Can you share what you're talking about? Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Absolutely. So Zachary Levi is on Twitter again, over-explaining all the situations with Shazam. Zachary Levi says they tried desperately to get Henry Cavill to appear in the first Shazam movie. I think he's going overboard explaining situations, even if he's telling the truth. Like, you have to just chill out a little bit. Your movie's not doing good. Too much time on social media is not a good thing.
That's not what I was. The fact that he tried to get Henry Cavill for the first movie.
Well, that's a known thing that they tried to do that.
I gotta say, I like the salt and pepper hair he's got going there.
I mean,
that's
good.
a good look. That's a good look for him.
Reed Richards.
I mean, honestly, he could be with that look.
Listen, this is where I will respond to you, Matt. I think you spend too much time on social media as well. I'm saying if you make your money on social media and you're a movie pundit, I guess it makes more sense. But if you're going to be in the industry, there's no winning social media. That's my thoughts. Unless you're a politician or you make money and funds on the internet, it's not worth it to spend this time. And there's not really winning the internet. What do you think of that, Devin? Am I wrong there? Is there winning in all these arguments? And if you're right or wrong, there's not a lot. At least there's not a lot of winning. Just a lot of losers.
I mean, I've always felt that, people should probably spend more time offline, but, what can I say? I also rage on Twitter all the time too.
Yeah,
so
but
I can't exactly throw that rock.
But... Okay. Oh, sorry. I meant to make you bigger. You can't throw that rock.
Yeah. You guys, he had a lot of faith in this movie. It's underperforming. I'm not gonna hold it against him that he has.
No, I know, but he's going for full Ryan Johnson explaining everything away. Like, just let it go, man. The Rock didn't even do this much complaining. I understand The Rock did some complaining after the bad box office, but you cannot get. And then if he does all this and then he still continues in like Peacemaker season 2 or Waller, this stuff is not gonna age well. It's just like, let it go, man. Let's see what he has to say. I mean, that's my initial reaction before even watching it.
The point of this video is that the studio kind of liked Henry Cavill.
What is he actually saying in this video?
Well, let's watch it first. Okay.
Wonderful people in these organizations and everyone within the Shazam production. For years, we have been doing everything we can to fight for you, the fans. Yes, even all of you fans that don't like me, all of you fans who love Henry Cavill, we tried desperately to get Henry Cavill in the first movie. He wasn't a headless Superman because we wanted him to be a headless Superman.
I actually like this video, but there is some context missing there, though. It's the production of Black Adam came before, the planning for Black Adam came before Shazam, and they were always intending to have Superman. So it seems like there was a fight for Cavill along with the studio's fight to even have Cavill continue. There's multiple things in there, but I actually like this one so far. So I'm going to be real. People think I don't like Zachary Levi. This one, I actually like that he's saying that's not what we wanted. But there were other factors there too, and more context. Let's finish it here.
We were thwarted. All of these hardworking people were thwarted. We were not allowed to have that happen, okay? That was not on us. That was not because we didn't want that to happen for you. Listen, guys, I am a comic nerd. I've been growing up with this stuff. I love all this stuff. I want to blow all of your minds with all the crossovers and all the goods. And trust me, it bummed me out greatly.
Let's to blow your minds, guys.
We couldn't get Henry Cavill. I wanted him so bad in the first movie, and we couldn't get him. That was not because we didn't try. That was not because we chose not to have him there. That was not on wonderful people.
Okay. Am I gonna adjust my take? I actually like this one, but it also is like he does need to let things. He seems very, very tense on all these videos. Like really,
he has a lot of like crazy energy.
Yeah,
like,
crazy.
He needs to relax a little, I guess.
I think he is. I think he. Listen. Don't spend too much time on the internet. Everyone has something to say about you, and really reading into too much criticism. I think he needs to disconnect for his mental health too. I don't think he's a bad person. I just think he's cringy sometimes. And I've supported him back when the Chuck days. I still support him. It's just if you want to have a career after this, like everyone going rah 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 because they don't like Snyder fans.
I don't think he's in any danger of not having a career after this. I mean,
this much social media activity and bad press. I think so.
Nah,
I think
you've got to. You've got to do some pretty heinous shit. If you're a well-liked person, and he is well-liked, you got to do some heinous shit to like not have a.
No,
career.
I'm not saying like
I'm waiting on like Chuck reunion. Okay,
yeah.
Can we get that?
I'm not saying like being fired, but getting new opportunities, getting hired.
As long as he's not going on like Gina Carano, it should be fine.
I mean, he's still friends with Safran, who he was the producer for Shazam. So, I mean, I don't think it's out of the question that there's going to be something for him in the future, even with Shazam underperforming. Mm-hmm. It's just
well, Matt,
the way of the world right now. That was the whole purpose of sharing the video was about Henry Cavill.
Yeah. I mean,
it wasn't about,
there were other but some people might get rage thinking about why wouldn't Cavill do it then? But there were other factors. Cavill wanted to do it too. He just wanted the contract. So is that fair to now blame Cavill? Because some people are going to use this as ammunition against Cavill. It's ultimately the management in the studios, in my opinion. That they couldn't make this happen. Obviously there's not a good track record with their talent.
But the thing is, and the key thing is about like all of this stuff right now.
Yeah.
It's in the past.
Yeah. Well, you're right.
It's even worse. It's even worse than that. It's even worse than that, Brian, because it's just, we're talking about cameos. We're talking about like 3 seconds at the end of a post-credit scene.
Where he walks up with a lunch tray.
Yes, it's like, this isn't like shit that's gonna make or break this movie. It's a cameo. It's like a little nugget. It's a little treat for everybody who showed up to the theater. Like it's not gonna have any kind of huge impact one way or another. And I know a lot of people, there's been a lot of discussion about the importance of cameos and stringing together a connective universe and all of that. But to Brian's point, like talking about this Cavill thing for the first Shazam, it's way in the past at this point.
Yeah.
Well, DC movies are post credits.
Well, he's trying to explain away the thing. He's trying to explain away the whole Shazam situation from now till now. And actually, Matt, I know you might like it, and you might root on for these industry people because they dunk on maybe even toxic fans with their responses. But I'm going to tell you what, besides the people that are covering movie talk, it doesn't really help them. It doesn't really help them. And he says David Sandberg had to respond to lies. He didn't have to. And I'll tell you what, the internet doesn't care about the truth. I found that out over the years of coverage. People are there for the accusation. They're not there for the truth. So does it always benefit someone to respond to lies? No, it doesn't. And I've learned that myself. That's why I've been pretty quiet those last few months of just focusing on movie talk. Not to segue here. But it doesn't always make sense to respond to the lies. And I think you really need to think about these things of how it's going to impact your career, because they're on the other end of these comments. There's people that just spend their days all day long miserable, trying to make other people miserable and trying to bait creatives into weird bullshit arguments that no one's going to care about the troll. They're going to care about how Zachary Levi. Chill out, Zachary Levi. I appreciate a difference of opinion that Devin said he's going to be fine. I think I love you, man, but I'm going to give you a different opinion. I think it's a little naive based on like getting new projects. I don't think he's going to get fired from something he has already, but he's not a sought after star, and someone with this social media presence in this level of acting ability, I don't think he might be.
He doesn't have like that big of a social media footprint. He's just mad about Shazam reviews right now.
Yeah, but he's all over the place with it. It's cringe
To you because like it's in your algorithm.
Yeah. Well, no, that you're right, because people were sending. Honestly, I didn't search this out. CGH did, but I'm saying this is going to a lot of people.
I just found out on my news feed, and I just wanted to have a quick little discussion.
Yeah.
But
I do think
there's no such thing as a quick discussion about DC around here, dude.
No,
it'll consume an entire stream. I'm here to talk about my man Ahmed Best, okay, and the fact that Star Wars fans did not let this man's name trend. What the hell?
I'm here because of the thumbnail that said Star Wars fans are mid. Not necessarily an opinion I disagree with, but I'm kind of wondering where it spawned from.
Oh, it spawned from my friend's Echo Base network, and I'm getting sick of everything. Everyone's saying everything. The mid is the new dumpster
Johnson
fire.
Trilogy is fired or ended. Like it's done.
What about the Ryan Johnson trilogy?
It's done. Like it's not happening according to certain people.
No, I mean I don't think a lot of people think it's
conversation. No.
They're
Ahmed Best. I think 2023 is a year of redemptions when it comes to actors.
Okay.
Brandon
Hashtag
Fraser
full circle
is-
for Ahmed Best.
Mm-hmm.
You know who should come back? Jake Lloyd.
I'm sure that'll happen at some point.
I actually don't think, because of his mental status, not to comment on it too much. I've heard that he's not doing
as long as it's like a quick cameo. That's all you need.
Yeah, I would like him to be healthy enough. I honestly don't know, and I think he ended up in jail at one point too. I wish the best.
He had a
for
pretty
him,
tough go.
Yeah,
he had a pretty tough go.
I don't think
People came after him pretty hard.
Yeah, I don't think he's in the greatest mental status,
which is pretty silly. Like that's a funny thing. Like when you talk to like fans of the prequels, and they are like younger fans of the prequels are steadfast in their belief that the prequels were like always understood masterpieces, and it's like no, people attacked those movies viciously when they came out to the point where Jake Lloyd had issues, and Ahmed Best openly talked about like ideations of self-harm. Like
Hayden Christensen stepped away from acting because of it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, like there was a lot of animus towards those movies back then, and it's weird that the revisionist history is kind of like, oh no, those movies were always great. Mm-hmm. No, I mean that's part of what made Ahmed Best's appearance awesome.
Yeah, no, and that's why it's like I feel like if we want to talk about things coming full circle, the fact that what the actor went through, what the character he portrayed stood for to a lot of people, it's so, I don't know. It's such a good Star Wars moment that when those elevator doors opened up and I was like, no fucking way.
That's the funny thing. I had no idea who it was at first. I was like,
I
the
knew right
fuck?
away. I knew right away.
Oh, well, I was like, is that Ahmed Best? And then I was like, oh my god, it is, dude. This is freaking amazing. Jar Jar is saving Grogu, ladies and
You,
gents.
you know what the thing about it is? If it was any other random Jedi, people would probably be mad. But the fact that it's Ahmed Best is like great. It's like fantastic.
Well, they boogied
Instead
out
of
on a freaking
having
Naboo
like
Star
Mace
Cruiser.
Windu or something like.
Yeah.
So then Max, what is the mid comment about then?
I'm sick of
The response was mid. A lot of people didn't even talk about it.
It's become the new overused word on the internet, like woke and dumpster fire. And I'm so sick of people saying things are average. Yeah, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but here's where I can introduce I don't know if you have the timer ready, Brian. Maybe I'll do my Mad Minute. Hold on, of Star Wars fans.
Yep. Anthony coming through with the timely pictures.
So I'm introducing a new segment on the show, Devin. I'm gonna do a Mad Minute on one topic. No interruptions, CJH. This is gonna be my Mad Minute on Star Wars fans are mid, and the content is not. At
You
least
hear me?
not so far. Hey, Anthony,
Yeah,
how's it
what's up,
going?
man?
Is it good? The audio?
Yeah.
good.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, that's good.
You know, technically Jake
Oh my
Lloyd
God.
appeared in the Obi-Wan series, but it was like archival
Yeah.
image.
Thank
Like
you, CJH,
flashback.
for that. Well, so Brian, are you ready with the timer? Sorry. I'm gonna do it for yours too.
No, we need to get a better
maybe-
way to do it, like a graphic in the corner. Can we like
Yeah.
upload?
I thought this would be a
GIF
fun
file?
idea, but it's going to becoming a chore already.
Well, we just need a better way to like. Mark
I'm sure
down-
StreamYard probably has some sort of a countdown
Yeah,
timer plug-in
60
thing that you
second.
could
Yeah,
put
yeah,
up in
I
the
need a
corner
video.
somewhere.
I need a video.
Well, StreamYard did just
And then
added a new
CGH
feature.
interrupts during people's minutes. Yeah, yes, I know.
Oh, I only interrupted that once
Oh,
because
that's
I
not a bad
got
idea.
distracted.
No, seriously, put it in the brand and then like put a minute countdown clip. You know how it mutes your mic, except for whoever the host chooses not to mute their mic. Boom, perfect way to do it.
Okay.
That way, no one can talk over you.
Yeah, but then
and it's just that
I'm not
one
on
person
screen
talking.
though. Then I'm not
No,
on
you
screen.
just make it to where it's just a little ticker in the corner.
Okay.
Because
All right.
you can have videos like that, right? I'm
All
assuming.
right. I think.
I'm gonna
Okay.
try it. I'm gonna try it.
All right. Well, are we ready for my Mad Minute on Star Wars fans?
No, I got into talking, so I can bring up the timer again. Fuck. All righty, we got a 1 minute timer.
All right.
Starting now.
I
Go
am
ahead, man.
I'm so sick of people saying everything is mid. There's so much great stuff. We get the Mandalorian. We get the potential restoration of Mandalore. We get Mandalorian going with the Bo-Katan. We get Darksaber action. We get also showdowns, space pirates, the Mythosaur, and all this lore. We even get to find out how the Mandalorians eat. And Ahmed freaking Best is back in one of the best reemergence of a Star Wars character, one of the best redemption arcs, even though I like Jar Jar. I know he's problematic. But Ahmed Best is now a Jedi. And spoiler warning, he's back and maybe has other adventures in store. Star Wars is eating good. Oh, that's all I had for the minute. Sorry.
That was a minute.
That was good, actually. That's
Okay.
not
Yeah,
bad.
not bad.
Oh, all right. I did that off the cuff. I wasn't.
That was your
thinking
Star Wars minute, brought to you by the Mandalorian.
That was my Mad Minute on how good Mandalorian season 3 is, and we didn't even get to. See, I can't keep going because the minute's over. But I was going to say we didn't even get to the finale. You don't know what's going to happen yet. People are judging, and it's halfway through. It's not even halfway through.
You know who also needs a return?
Wait.
Daniel Logan.
Oh, he
Oh,
played Boba Fett. Yeah,
Boba
Yeah.
the young Boba Fett. Yeah.
yeah. Mid is the new Ma. Mid is the new woke. Yes.
Well, mid is this generation word. That's what it is.
I mean, there's just so much good right now. We get Rings of Power, House of Dragon, Last of Us. We get the MCU.
We've got the battle of the season 3s with Mandalorian season 3 and Star Trek Picard season 3.
Yes, there's just so
That's
much great
true.
out right now, and people are still. I actually, I have another topic, not a mid.
And you have good movies out there, so people could watch. You got Creed, you got John Wick coming out, you got Dungeons and Dragons coming out this week. So you have good movies. So
I have a good topic here.
And Ted Lasso season 3, the last season on Ted Lasso. Thank you, that boy. That is true.
But yeah, like StreamYard added a feature where you can move things around now, like
Okay.
OBS.
I want to say, well, we are at a pivotal moment for DC, Star Wars, Marvel, and I want to ask this question of all of you: what is the real problem? Because I'm going to give you my opinion right off the top. Yes, the quality has slid a little bit, and it might be a little bit oversaturated, but I think the real audience, I think the real issue is you're splitting your audience. You're competing with your audience. Now you have movies and you have streaming. You're competing for attention, is my opinion. Just like, well, okay,
Not
Brian
really.
I think that's more of an issue than I think the audience only has so much time and so much attention, and you're competing with your theatrical when you have all these Disney Plus shows. And I don't think that it's as big a market as they once thought it was. It's my. Go ahead,
I'm
Brian.
ready
Go ahead,
for
Brian.
Brian's minute.
Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead. What do you to completely disagree?
I'm not 100%, dude. It's so short-sighted.
Short-sighted. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Because, well, especially speaking with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, how is it splitting the audience? Like, that makes no sense. It's all.
Well,
more so with the
Marvel. More so with the Marvel.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Marvel and DC
Marvel and stuff. Oh, I thought you were talking about like
in general with all the franchises.
No, it's very specific to what we're talking about. I maybe say yes, you might have a point when it comes to Marvel, but even then, I doubt it's splitting the audience because the audience is still going to see the movies. They are, recouping some of the money that was put into them. So it's like I disagree completely, man. Sorry.
Okay, that's fair. That's just my interpretation of the Marvel situation. You're just too much, and people, instead of being able to watch everything, now pick and choose. The Star Wars situation, I just don't know. Like, it's good quality content. I love Andor. I love Mandalorian season 3. Boba Fett, I liked a lot, and then towards the end, I loved. What do you think's the real issue, Devin? With the real problem with the decline? There's a lot of product out there. That's it's.
Can you define decline? Like, what are we actually talking about here?
It's not going broke or in danger of being canceled, but it is starting to impact productions. They're starting to rake it in. Less projects, less shows. And I just think there's only so much time for nerds' attention. There's a lot of stuff out there to enjoy. You're competing with your sometimes when a great movie comes out, there's something fire on HBO Max. You know what I mean? When they put all this money into streaming, it only reached a certain peak, and then they
you're talking about like the audience retention numbers and like the amount of people that are. So like I read an article like about a week ago or so about how Mandalorian season 3 is like technically underperforming with as far as viewership is concerned. And I thought that was kind of interesting because at the same time, Pedro Pascal is in another show, The Last of Us, which, had caught fire. So it's like, well, is it really a situation where audiences don't want to consume this kind of media? Because on the one hand, they're consuming it in The Last of Us, even though they're not consuming it quite as voraciously in The Mandalorian season 3. So I don't really know. I don't know if I want to say that it's splitting the audience because like the viewers are still watching stuff. Like to Brian's point, they're still going to the movies. Certain shows are still popping off, even if the ones that we expect to pop off don't do so quite as effectively. It might be a situation where people are tired of, IPs that are getting kind of run to the ground. Maybe they want to see something new. I don't know. I honestly don't quite know. Like, there's a weird moment right now where, yeah, Ant-Man had a great opening weekend, and then it nosedived immediately afterwards. And Shazam underperformed even by its already low opening weekend estimations, and Mandalorian's underperforming. I really don't know what it is. I don't think it's a quality issue, because most of these shows and movies seem to have the same quality as they had years prior, in my opinion.
Mhm.
I'm not really sure.
They waited too long for season 3.
What's that, CJH?
They waited too long for season 3.
I don't think.
moved
I think
on.
it was.
When did season 2 end? In 2020 or 21?
I think it's 2021.
One. So we have COVID that year,
and then we had Book of Boba Fett, which in 20
And you got some Mandalorian in Boba Fett, so it wasn't like a huge break.
And the Book of Boba Fett was popular.
Yeah. My mindset on this specific topic is more so is like, even streaming and movie theater is sort of, they share some of the same audience too. Like, you share some of the part
2020
when
the season 2 ended.
Oh my god, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, so that's my initial thoughts there. And then you have all these shows, and you're vying for attention. And nerds only have so much attention anymore, especially with video. A lot of these people have multiple loves of entertainment, and there's only so much time. The market's oversaturated with product right now, because everything has a. And I'm not saying that these spinoffs don't need to happen, but everything has a spinoff now. Well, or used to, at least. They were spinning off everything. It's like you only have so much attention.
Yeah. When Marvel was that, like, Disney even admitted that they pushed Marvel last year. They pushed them to the limit to a lot of shows and stuff a lot. And with Marvel's like, the audience, like, okay, do we have to see it a second time if I like it, if I don't like it? And with the show, there's way too many shows for Marvel. And they cut, at least Feige admitted we cutting them down, and we'll at least releasing maybe 2 or 3 shows and maybe 2 specials a year. And then with other stuff, is like with Star Wars, we haven't had a movie since 2019, obviously, almost 3 years, 4. So, and the next movie's in 2025, in December 2025. If that
do you think
comes out,
streaming services have damaged?
No, it's not damaged. I just don't think I don't think there is a big a market as they were expecting, and I think it kind of once you get the streaming, obviously with like Zaslav and Disney Plus. Now Avatar 2 isn't going to premiere on Disney Plus. You have to pay VOD. And it's going to be eventually,
and then it'll be on Disney.
And they're doing the same. They're doing the same thing with Shazam 2. It's going to go to VOD, but it's not going to HBO Max. So they kind of realize that there are people that are like their product enough that they're going to watch it, but they're going to wait until
at home. Watch at home.
Yeah, and there's not as much there. And then also before you get
the comfort of your home, right? You can watch that stuff.
Yeah, and then the other thing I want to consider with this is the Walking Dead effect. Like, Walking Dead was a hit series at one point.
Oh, yes.
And then they did too many spin-offs. They kind of split their audience. Some people like certain Walking Dead shows. Then they did too many seasons. And Game of Thrones was on that way until the end of season 8. But they waited a while. They got it right. And now Game of Thrones is maybe even more popular than ever with House of Dragons. So when you do this too quick, too often, you really damage your brand. For in the case of Walking Dead. Walking Dead started out as a fire nerd show. Like, people loved that at the beginning. It was really strong storytelling, and then they overdid it,
And now you're getting the Rick spinoff, which is already filming in New Jersey right now. So,
but are people? I probably will watch it eventually, but the enthusiasm isn't there for it, though.
Well, there's
once the trailer
released
later this year or next year, people would probably get hyped for it. But other than that, but with HBO, that's the thing I like HBO. HBO is the king of services. They wait. Okay, so we have to get the script right. Let's wait. Okay. And then start shooting season 2 later this year or summertime. At least HBO, they wait for it to be done. So, That's the reason why people call HBO the king, because they
Yeah.
put good stuff, and the views for HBO shows is an all-time high.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Even The Last of Us broke the House of Dragon records.
Well, the thing that Last of Us did is they said we are sticking to the games and not doing filler seasons.
Nope.
Where if it was Marvel or AMC, they might do filler seasons because they have a fire show.
Yeah.
They said and I respect that. I think that's the difference. And Anthony, you're not wrong. They have the spinoff ready before you even see the movie. It's presented.
Yeah.
It's presented to the studios as like a package deal. We have this product. We got a side product too. You know, I don't think that's working anymore unless it really justified. That's just my initial
unless
thought.
you HBO, then no. Yeah, Jesus.
I mean, the Penguin is also a spinoff show.
Yeah, and then there's a film in New York right now as we speaking.
Yeah. But they did wait a little bit. They didn't just start right away, and it seems like they're, as far as we could tell, it seems like the production is
high quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean that's what you get with HBO. You get high quality shows that everybody's gonna like, and you're gonna get.
Did you also see that Lucasfilm is now the thing going around is that Lucasfilm is shelving an Indiana Jones spinoff, and they're going to be focusing on Star Wars completely.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
I saw that report.
Yo, the one that announced last year at what was it? A D23 or Comic? No, it was D23 that announced it. Yeah, the Indiana Jones spinoff, prequel, whatever it was going to be.
So, Cal, $2. Thank you, Cal. I think Grogu is the Mandalorian. You know, potentially.
Potentially,
by the end of the series, he could be.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like the whole title of the series, I think, is referring to Grogu.
It could be.
You got a gift remember by.
And at the end of I think Din Djarin is going to end up dying at some point.
Oh, that is.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about
and
that.
And then there's probably going to be a time jump where Grogu is older.
Okay.
I mean, like adult. I mean, we know that Grogu's going to become an adult eventually.
This story takes place years before the sequel trilogy, so eventually they're gonna catch up.
Yeah. If you're just remember to like the stream again, because we had a mishap where the first stream went down, so we only have 10 likes and 35 people watching. Please remember to like the stream. And then we also, thank you, Strange Marvel Theories, gave it a gifted membership. I really appreciate that. Let me bring this up here. And then I think he also had a members milestone as well. Wow, I actually made it. I thought I missed your stream, Max. No, it's just that the first one went down, and Dr. Doc was gifted a membership by Strange Marvel Theories. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
Well, that could be another thing where Grogu becomes leader of the Mandalorians.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they say they're building the show. Into what, like season 5, 6? I don't know, something like that. So, we'll see. I mean, John Favreau say they already got the story mapped out.
And I do think, if they were to make any more movies, I think they should focus post-sequel trilogy.
I'm just happy with anything, really, at this point, CJ.
I mean, at this point, I'm just happy. Just give me a Star Wars movie at this point. I'll go see it in 2025 or 26.
I mean, what do you guys think, Devin? At this point, what do you want to see from a Star Wars movie? Do you have a certain time frame, or you just it's been enough time, I want a Star Wars movie? Or maybe you think it should
not even
longer.
that much. I mean, just salt me out. There was, I don't know. There was such a huge amount of time between the originals and the prequels, and then the prequels and the sequels that I'm okay with waiting a little while longer if we need to get it right. So, my only thing is just keep a lid on who's working on it until you get to production, because it just makes you look foolish. Every couple weeks or so, you're like, oh, well, this director's out, and now this one's in, or this writer's out, and now this one's in. Just stop it with that.
Well, be real. The reason is this stuff keeps happening is because they need that income for Star Wars Celebration for announcements without getting all the real details set up. You need announcements for these events, so they're okay.
But get to the production point at least on these
Right.
things. Like you could have announcements for shows that are already being like worked on, like
But they don't-
Skeleton Crew.
They
We haven't seen a
rarely-
trailer or anything for
Yeah.
that yet, so that's
They
a great
very-
thing for celebration.
They very
Or
rarely
Ahsoka.
play Celebration. That's for sure.
Acolyte.
That is true.
Okay, so this is what they should be doing. The Disney Plus shows can go. They can be the prequels. They can be like the stories that take place before everything, and then the movies just go forward.
I would be okay with that. Yeah.
What do they say? Old Republic. High Republic. I would love that if they did those as
Yes,
movies
yes.
or TV shows. Whatever. I would love that.
Strange Marvel Theories, $5. Thank you, Strange Marvel Theories. Well, what if Din Djarin becomes a Jedi? I'm not opposed to that, but I don't see that happening at all. He's really into the Mando. I mean, if more
He
more
doesn't
so,
have any
maybe
force powers.
Grogu. Grogu.
Well, I mean, he just
decides-
became
decides-
a Mandalore again.
Maybe
Yeah.
Grogu becomes a Mandalorian, then decides eventually to go back to the Jedi. I don't
Or
know.
maybe he's just a Jedi Mandalorian, like the original Mandalorian was.
What do you
back
mean a
in
Jedi
the-
Mandalorian?
Old Republic era.
I didn't know about Jedi Mandalorian.
Yeah. You
Okay.
didn't know that lore?
No. Did you, Brian? Jedi Mandalorians?
From Rebels and all that? Old Republic?
Tar Vizsla, the story of the Darksaber. Oh,
Yeah.
you never watched
Oh,
Rebels?
okay.
Never mind.
No, I did. I did.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
forgot.
That's
I just
canon,
forgot.
but
Okay.
you can also talk about like the Revan stuff too. Like all that had
okay.
to do with the War
It's
of Mandalore and stuff like
there's
that.
a rumor that what's that Jedi's name from or not no that Mandalorian's name from Rebels, Sabine, that she's gonna have a lightsaber in this upcoming Ahsoka series that she
Yeah.
Oh
watches.
yeah,
Yeah,
because,
Ezra's.
I mean, if you watch Rebels, you know what happens at the end of Rebels. You know.
Let me see.
I'm
Anthony
gonna
says
rewatch. I'm
post-sequel
gonna rewatch
trilogy
Rebels.
just seems
Then.
boring to me. Give me a time where the Jedi were in their prime. Yeah, that was the prequels, and they made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and then George Lucas sold the company. So,
Okay,
you know.
let's listen to the strange Marvel theory on Star Wars. Strange Star Wars theory. My theory from months ago, going with THR theme of clones, was that Yoda cloned himself using the Force, and Grogu will emulate Yoda when he's matured.
That's a good theory. That's
I-
a good theory.
I actually, do you guys think that Yoda was the one that started the Grogu clone, or do you think it was someone else? Good theory.
I can't see Yoda doing that.
I see Palpatine.
You know,
It's like Yaddle.
possible that Palpatine did it.
Yaddle, that's a good one. Yaddle.
Well, remember in the prequels, in Attack of the Clones, Yoda visited the cloners.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they took some of his blood samples and,
I mean, but do you think that would have been at his instruction? He did activate them. He did activate the troopers. Remember, he came at the end of Attack of Clones. That was under his direction.
Well, also you got to take into account the fact that the Jedi Archives also had everybody's blood samples via their metachlorian count.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, yeah. When Anakin and the troopers took out the younglings. Oh no, but he was already there.
and
But-
Palpatine would have had that access,
Mhm.
right?
Sabine. Oh, hey, Ethan. Okay. Max, my comment. Let me see what your comment was.
How about a Sith Mandalorian? That would be a
Sith-
cool idea.
This is more. Have you been watching Devin Mandalorian season 3?
Yeah,
Okay, how do you like it?
I like it. It started off a little slow, but I'm super into it now. I thought the last episode was great.
Mhm.
There was that weird moment in the I guess the second or third episode where they really followed the guy that worked for
Dr. Pershing.
Yeah, they followed him and that other woman, and I thought that was it was interesting. It was cool to watch, but it was like a scene out of Andor suddenly dropped into the Mandalorian, and it was cool. A little out of place, kind of the way that the Mandalorian scene in Book of Boba Fett was out of place. I don't know why they keep doing that. Like, I don't know if they're teasing some other kind of.
I liked that we got to see certain things from the legends, like the Coruscant location.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of cool stuff about it. It just seemed odd with this, like, as far as like pacing the actual Mandalorian story and involving characters that are very tangentially related to the story. I don't know where they're going to go with it, if they're going to go anywhere with it later on this season. But that would probably be my only like hiccup with the season so far. Other than that, I really like it.
Mm-hmm. I do want to say with the hyperbolic numbers in all the reports and videos that are coming out, people have to understand that Obi-Wan was like in a Flash situation production. They were supposed to do Obi-Wan for forever, so people are immediately going to show up for the opening there. In the same with, well, not exactly the same, but there's a similar situation with Boba Fett was delayed consistently too, and people really wanted to see that. This is the third season of an established series, so there's a little bit of like fear of missing out, FOMO, on the premieres of both Obi-Wan and Boba Fett. And plus, Obi-Wan was a trouble production too. People wanted to see how that turned out.
It was supposed to be a movie at first.
Yeah. Yes, it was supposed to be a movie.
And then
it was supposed to be announced multiple times.
Yeah, and then Boba Fett was supposed to be like a movie directed by Joe Mango or Josh Trank. I don't know.
Well, Obi-Wan had a draw that was basically you get to see Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen return to those roles. Mm-hmm. So like anybody, you're not gonna supersede that with like the Mandalorian, as good as the Mandalorian might be. So like that's a whole different. And it was, in my opinion, it was great for what it did.
Well, and that's the thing. You're Mandalorian first season 1. That was the only Star Wars. That was the first Disney Plus Star Wars show. Now it's not the first anymore, right?
It's just not special anymore because we got a bunch more stuff.
So there's a lot of context as to. I'm not giving excuses as to why the numbers aren't as good. I'm just giving you some more context. That it's hard to compete with the first season or Obi-Wan and Boba Fett.
I mean, the reports are coming from Samba TV, which they only count Samsung TVs, which, like, okay.
Hey, what? They only count Samsung TVs?
Yeah, so, like, TV, like, yeah, so, like, so, like, I'm waiting for, like, the Nielsen ratings to come out.
I'm not going to
see how it is.
I'm not going to throw shade on Samba TV, but I do know they are used as an outlet a lot for hyperbolic articles and cherry picking results consistently. People use Samba TV.
That's the reason why I don't believe them. I don't believe because they don't.
That's like a little context there.
If it's like the Nielsen ratings, like The Last of Us, like it was like keep going up every number every week. Then I was like, okay, I don't believe.
All right, now. With Star Wars Fairweather fans, they say this now. What do you think's gonna? What's our prediction for the end of the season finale of Mandalorian season 3? I think something's gonna happen.
Pop. People are gonna be like,
people are gonna be all back on board.
So, Grogu has that thing on his chest. I think we're going to end up seeing Grogu get shot, but he's gonna live because of that.
Okay, it could save him. All right. That's a fair prediction.
Maybe they end in a cliffhanger and be like, "Oh, he's dead, but he's not actually."
That's a possibility that Mandalorian armor is going to save Grogu. What do you think, Devin, about this season finale? People are like, "Oh, it's so mid right now." What do you think they're going to say by the finale?
I have no clue. I don't know what to expect from the finale. I don't even know. I don't even know where the story is actually going right now. Like,
okay, well, let's talk about that.
For how the last episode ended. Like, it's kind of fascinating because, spoiler alert, I guess for anyone that hasn't seen it yet. It kind of like Bo-Katan has kind of had like a born again Christian moment.
Yes,
where she saw the mythosaur, she bathed in the waters. Now she's keeping her helmet on. She's like she's like bought into this thing wholly. And I can't remember Like I know that when Din Djarin was captured, he dropped the Darksaber, but I can't remember if he picked it back up or if she picked it up. I don't know. Like I feel like the culmination of this season is going to be a confrontation between those two for the leadership of the Mandalorian, and that Darksaber is going to be the thing.
And bringing Mandalore back.
Yeah,
I mean, people are like,
well, they know that it's not cursed. Like the waters are fine, I guess. Like there's a mythosaur down there. She saw the mythosaur. Like the armor is telling her, like, you know.
To me, it's like, you know how they have like the Last Jedi, Return of the Jedi. This is Return of the Mandalore.
Yeah,
Return of the Mandalorian.
I have a question. After the last episode with the Doctor, do you think the New Republic is just as bad as the Empire?
It's just a different, like it's a commentary on. It's a commentary on like it's a commentary on like the oppressiveness of bureaucracies. Basically, like you have like the Empire, which is just like straight up fascism, and then you have the New Republic, which is basically a different type. It's like a softer type of fascism, like a liberal fascism, basically. And like that's kind of, and you get that sense when the senators and all of the elites are around, and they just have like that haughty attitude that makes you just want to punch them, you know.
This could lead to like the destruction of the New Republic that we see in the sequel trilogy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's setting the groundwork there for that. I think it's very clear the return of the Mandalorian they've always been there, but they were kind of in shambles in the last few seasons. They are different tribes of the Mandalorian, and if Bo-Katan does have her born again moment, like Devin said, and becomes a leader and starts going with this is the way. She said this is the way, right?
Yeah.
So if she comes back to the faith, it's for, you know, it's that's going to be a big moment. Yeah.
When do you think that the First Order will start showing up?
I think that's a while from now, right?
Yeah.
Quite
a while. The Force Awakens is when the First Order actually shows up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know they've been doing stuff in the background, but I don't know if like
when they finally came on the scene is when they used Starkiller Base.
Yeah.
Strange Marvel Theory says, so is the liquid in Boba Fett's healing chamber the living waters of Mandalore, or is the liquid from the waters of the cloning planet? I don't know.
That's back to tank.
Back to tank? Yeah, but healing chamber, the living water. I don't know if the back to tank, that water has anything to do with the Mandalorian lore, the living waters water. I don't know.
No, I think
lots of people use the back to tank doesn't have anything to do with Mandalorians, really, right?
No,
like Luke was in a back to tank. Vader was, right?
Vader lives in one, basically.
Well, do you think maybe the healing chambers are made of the living waters?
I don't know if that's a thing for the rest
of
the...
Yeah. I get the sense that the living waters is just a Mandalorian thing.
Yeah. I don't think it has any healing capacity either. It's just like a faith thing, like you getting baptized, right?
Unless it's because of the mythosaur.
I don't. Have you heard anything else in the story that would allude to the living waters doing more than as a thing for your faith to restore your faith, besides like healing capacity or anything like that?
Well, when the armor dropped it into that thing, it did make that effect, that weird special effect. I don't know if that signifies that it's clearly special water because it made an effect when she poured it in the thing.
Okay,
but I don't know what that means.
I don't realize that. Okay, where's the liquid waters from that of the cloning planet? I don't know if the cloning planet has special water on it either. I don't know. I know it's a water planet. I don't know if that factors into their cloning process. Good question, Strange Marvel Theories. I don't know. Let me see. I think there was another super chat here. Sorry. World Champ 499. Did you see the amazing poster Zach posted? The Superman statue was destroyed, but now it's been restored. I think we won, y'all. Good stuff coming. World Champ.
No, just no.
Go wild with your speculation, and I would be happier than ever if that was what it meant. But it really could just mean that he is sharing images from the book he is creating and promoting that because he's going to feature that heavily at his Snyder convention. He's going to do like a big bulk of production stuff, and I would assume that image is from the production, and I wouldn't necessarily say that it alludes to any future. I don't want to dash your hopes, man, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm not gonna shoot yours down though. Whatever you want to think, man. That's my interpretation.
To get back to Star Wars, do you think now that we know more of the lore from the Mandalorian and all that, do you think it kind of helps the sequel trilogy like the Clone Wars did with the prequels?
I think there's to get people that are not fans of the sequel trilogy to start liking it, there's got to be a lot more there. I think there's some building blocks for sure, and I think more content could help with the story. But in my personal opinion, the sequel trilogy storytelling is such a mess that there's only so much you could do to restore that. To me, in my opinion, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Brian or Devin and Anthony? Do you think some of these building blocks that might link up to the sequel trilogy are going to help with the perception of the sequel trilogy?
I think it's basically what everybody's been saying. Yeah.
Okay.
These are the bridge to kind of fill in the gaps because we had a good 15, 20 years of lore that we didn't get to see. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
that is fixing the gaps. That's what they're doing. Yeah.
Honestly, the only thing that's really going to fix the gap for the sequel trilogy is time. And once everybody who was like 5 or 6 or 7 when the sequel trilogy came out, once they're all 20-year-old YouTubers, they're going to be coming out with videos about how the sequel trilogy was actually a masterpiece.
Well, I think people have tried that already. There's already videos like that. But,
I mean, they did it with the prequel. I mean,
people came around on the prequels.
And then this generation is gonna love the sequel. We don't, but this generation do.
It comes with trends. It's easy to shit. It's easy. YouTube trends. It's easy to shit on stuff when it's out. You get the most clicks, and then later on, you could get clicks, even if it's not true, to try to convince people that it's good. You know,
memes saved the prequels too.
They did help.
The memes helped. The memes helped. Memes can go a long way.
Funny. The memes are funny.
Yeah, happy Ramadan, Taladia. Yeah. Taladia might be taking a few breaks because celebrating Ramadan. Rhea says, Rebel Moon hype is so strong. I love the concept of the 7 samurai tale. I'll be honest, I'm looking forward to it, but my hype level isn't up there yet. Maybe till I get to the first trailer. I'm excited.
Hopefully with the release.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be. I'm sure the first trailer will make you you hyped.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the other question. So I mentioned the First Order and all that. When do the Stormtroopers start getting their First Order costumes? Because I never fully finished the Battlefront 2 game. I don't know if they start getting those.
I want to know who funded the First Order because they came out the gate like decked out in some really nice gear. They had the big flag. They had all sorts of ships. They had the Starkiller base. Like, who was funding that?
They were people, the Coruscanti elite, the ones that you see talking to Dr. Pershing as they're coming out. You know,
yeah.
Where you were saying that's a commentary. Yes, it is a commentary because those are the people who funded the First Order. Those are the people who were perfectly happy with the Empire in charge because you know
they made those comments to that effect too. Like they said, who cares? It doesn't make a difference whether it's the Empire or the Republic. So
they benefited.
Yeah,
you know, it was to their benefit to have the Empire in charge at that time. It's just like it'd be to their benefit to have it. What you guys really need to do is get the or read the book Bloodlines that Claudia Gray wrote a little while back. It does a really good job of showing what happened to Leia and what happened within the Senate, because there was a strong push for a centralized government in that story, where, you know, Mon Mothma didn't want to, after everything with the Empire, they wanted to steer away from having a centralized leadership government. But the thing is that with all those systems and the Outer Rim, the Senate became ineffective, just like it did with the original Republic. So in that process, in that book, that's kind of how it started. You started to see the because Leia does an investigation where she tackles this, but the thing is, it comes out is the fact that she's Darth Vader's daughter, and she was leader for this she was up for front runner for this position of first senator. And so a lot of stuff happened, but basically that's how the First Order came to be. They grew in the Outer Rims, funded by the elites within the core.
Interesting. Bloodlines, you said.
Yes.
Oh,
check that out.
This is the. I apologize. Brucifer sent me. I apologize, World Champ. I didn't really look at this image closely. Okay. So super excited for this incredible 3-day event to benefit AFSP. Look for the link to purchase your tickets tomorrow at 8 a.m. Thank you, Warner Brothers. Not Suck It. Thank you, Warner Brothers, for all your support helping make this happen. Maybe James Gunn help with this. I don't know.
I mean, this is a new Warner Bros. Is not the over-regime who hates him for whatever reason. This is just new people at the company helping Zach to make this possible. And him moving to his Netflix universe.
10 Years of Heroes, 3 epic movies, one man's vision, Snyderverse trilogy, and it's restored. The statue's restored there. That's quite a nice image. Interesting that instead of, he is saying, thank you, Warner Brothers. That is significant, right? Thank you, Warner Brothers.
Well, because I guess he kind of needs their help to make it happen. It's their movies.
It is very technically their movies.
Yeah, they own it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to stomp on people's hopes, but it feels like he's doing
a promotion.
It's
for the con.
Yeah. It feels like he's going with the trilogy aspect, and he did there. Even though we might not get to see a future of this in whatever form, that it is kind of like trilogy complete. The statue, Superman's restored. Well, I did my vision here. I don't know. World Champ says, that's why I wanted your reaction to post and everything. The Superman statue is rebuilt and restored. Remember, it's always been depicted as destroyed. Yeah. We'll have to wait and see what he says, World Champ. He's not, if he does sign a new Netflix contract, he's not going to have a lot of time for anything else. That's like, and you might get a superhero project after Rebel Moon that is his own creation, and that might be better for him. Like, who knows? How everyone asks for original IP. What if Zach creates his own superhero characters? He has that opportunity. Remember that what was it called? Jupiter Ascending. They hired that comic book, but it already was canceled.
You mean Jupiter Rising?
Jupiter Rising, yeah. But that series is already canceled. So, and the Umbrella Academy is another type of superhero show on Netflix, and that's ending. So they are going to need a superhero project on Netflix, and Zach can accommodate.
I got the sense that Superman statue being put together was literally just like an interpretation of these are my 3 movies brought together for this event.
Yeah,
like it's together,
pretty much
and it's never been referred to as a trilogy before. So referring to it as the Snyderverse trilogy,
no, it
brings it together. It's now literally together as a trilogy.
And Cernoff, when she said it's a cul-de-sac, she actually referred to it as a trilogy too. So she did actually say when she said the cul-de-sac comments, she referred to a trilogy. Yeah.
Do you think it would be better off if the Snyder Cut didn't have that nightmare sequence?
No.
It's just a dream sequence.
Yeah, the Snyder Cut can have whatever it wants to have in it, honestly.
It's not going to go
It's a 4-hour movie. Just put it all in there. Whatever you shot, put it in there.
Yep.
Right.
You never know who'll get the opportunity again.
People don't complain when the Lord of the Rings is 4 hours.
The fandom can never unite Brucifer.
The Avatar 3 is going to be 9 hours, so.
Jupiter Legacy, is that what it was called? Okay. I don't know, man. I watched like 2 episodes of that show and was like, this is awful. I can't do this, and
Yeah,
walked
the
away.
reason why Netflix canceled it was also too expensive. Which
Was that part of the Millerverse?
Yeah, the Mark Miller. Yeah,
Yeah, which is a
yeah.
shame. I like a few of his comics that I was hoping they would adapt, but
What
oof,
if
not
what if
that
what if
one.
what if Zach teases a superhero project that has nothing to do with DC? Oh my God, that would change people's minds.
I mean, Netflix could buy
if he's ever going to, you know.
I mean, Netflix could buy superhero, like comic indie from another company.
Yeah, but if you have Zach there,
yeah, I mean, yeah,
but like,
I don't think Zach will create. Like, Zach doesn't want to like create. No, I just don't.
No, he might. That doesn't matter. He's a creator. He's a creative.
He might.
Like the thing about his Netflix deal is it gives him full ownership of what he creates.
Yeah.
So like it's very important for a dude who is pushing 50 or however old he is to be able to be in a situation where he owns IP that can be licensed out so that he doesn't have to be a 90-year-old director still trying to get shooting gigs here or there.
Look at
it's important to own that stuff.
Look at EVS. I know people aren't huge fans of him, and that's fine, but he was not happy at DC as well. He goes and creates his own IP now, and he's extremely happy and a lot more profitable and a lot less stress. You know? So
there's value in owning your work.
Yeah, EVS is more happy now than ever, if I ask him.
And I'm sure Zack Snyder doesn't want to be put in another situation where, like, you know, he shoots a film and the execs don't like it, and then they try to meddle with it, and then it comes out not the way he wanted, and then he doesn't get a chance to shoot the movie he wants, and then he has to go through all of that again. Like, not owning the DC shit himself is the reason why he didn't get to shoot the DC films the way he wanted to shoot it. So that's why he's doing Rebel Moon now. He wanted to do Star Wars. You know, this is like, Rebel Moon exists because he wanted to do Star Wars, and he just couldn't land that ship. But now he has an opportunity to do his Star Wars, and oh, by the way, he's going to own it now.
We have a TMNT news.
Can we get to the next topic? Yeah, we have a lot of topics.
Yeah. Why can't the fandom unite, Max? Just too many personalities, too many views. Make it short and simple. Yeah. The world champ says, well, if the Zach has a Prodigy's working on projects side by side with Zach, so Rebel Moon and the Snyderverse can both take off running. I'm not sure what you mean, but you mean someone working with Zach at Netflix? He has other people working on the project. Someone else directed that spinoff of Army of the Dead.
Yeah, which I haven't watched yet.
So I think he has a stable of people, but
no, I think Zach is just focusing. Like, if Rebel Moon if it's successful on Netflix, which I think it will, you will get probably a lot of spin-offs from that universe.
Or for example, if he signed a new contract, do you think it's just to do 10 years of Rebel Moon? He obviously has something else in store, right? Don't you think?
I mean, if he has, like, I mean, look, he did say that, like, Netflix. He has a friend at Netflix. His boss is happy with. Like, he did say on the live stream that Netflix is happy with him. So, it depends on whatever he wants to create. He'd take it to the boss. If Netflix say yes, then Netflix would do it. If they say no, then no. So,
but I'm thinking it, like, the rumors are that he could have a new potential contract with Netflix for another 5 years or up to 10 years.
And of course,
so I don't think that's just going to be Rebel Moon and Army of the Dead spinoffs. You know.
Yeah, whatever he wants to create or direct other movies for Netflix. Yeah.
Well,
They're
they
saying
can play Netflix.
Blockbuster is returning.
Blockbuster's returning? Are you sure?
Yeah, their website
link is in the private chat.
No, that is
they posted like a cryptic video or something.
Oh, they posted the Zack Snyder video.
Oh my gosh, no.
That was a joke. I thought you would like, Brian. Vague, cryptic video. Blockbuster restored. Restore the Blockbuster verse.
I wish Blockbusters was still around.
I don't see any need to. Honestly, it's just nostalgia. And
Yeah, it's just nostalgia. Yeah,
even if
but
it did, you wouldn't use it. Let's be
no,
real.
no. I mean, I meant we.
That's
we
not
would
entirely
go,
true for me. Like
store.
I will say,
we won't go buy Blu-rays, DVD, whatever, or merch. Like it just
Unless it
Blockbuster was
becomes
cool
like
back
a
in the day.
streaming service.
Poof, that would be crazy.
They tried that already.
Well, Netflix didn't Netflix? No, Blockbuster tried to buy Netflix at one point.
Mhm.
So I think so. So
we had
they-
a really dope video rental store here in Austin. Unfortunately, I think the pandemic killed it, but it was called iHeartVideo, and they just had massive Blu-ray, DVD, old VHS collections that they just operated like a old school video rental store. And that place was actually like, for a little while, it was like a go-to for mine for like, date night stuff, like first dates or whatever. Because like it would be cool to be able to go to a video store and then like to browse the aisles and see weird. I watched a lot of weird ass movies that way, like a lot of strange movies because they had a huge collection of like random indie shit too. I think there could be a market for that. Like it can't be what it used to be where there's like a Blockbuster next to every McDonald's that exists in America. Like that, those days are gone. But I think that there could be a market for like a physical video rental store. I don't know how you would adopt it to like new technology. Maybe it's like a QR code for a VOD rental.
Digital copy? Like
like
libraries?
yeah, like it could be something like that, maybe. And then maybe there could be some draw towards bringing people out to a Blockbuster video. Like, for instance, if they had a liquor license in a bar, But I mean, they're just spitballing things here.
I could see that being like for small market type stuff, but as for somebody who's worked in retail for the last, I don't know, half a decade, brick and mortar is, in my opinion, it's on its way out. Like,
man, I've seen so many fluctuating things about that. Like, yeah, it's kind of on its way out, but like here, and maybe it's an Austin specific thing, but I've noticed that there has been a huge influx of retail shopping in this area in the past year. Like maybe this is just like spring back from people being locked in their houses for COVID, and now everybody wants to get out and explore again. I don't know what it is. But there has been a bigger appetite for people shopping at stores in this area, at least.
That's great. I just think if they did try to bring back it nationwide, it would be short lived. People would use it a little bit and then go right back to. People don't even go for the highest quality; they go for the easiest accessible, in my opinion. The easiest thing to do. They even pay more for it.
I feel like the entertainment media is trying to figure out what people want right now. Like they don't really know what they like. Do they want streaming services? Because we've got a million streaming services, but they're expensive to upkeep, and now ratings on things are starting to go down a bit. Like, are we going back to the theaters because people want to put movies in theaters now? They're hyping theaters up again, but it seems like only superhero movies are the ones that make their money back,
I think you kind of have to have a multi-tier strategy and not all in one bet. Don't put your eggs in all one basket. Just like Disney stopped doing physical media for a while. The emphasis on physical media.
They should do more.
But Iger said they're kind of going to do more of that. Maybe they'll do more versions of like 4 different versions of a steelbook of a movie again to keep that segment happy. There still are people that buy physical media. So you kind of have to not throw all your eggs in one basket and have multiple revenue options.
What was the last physical media you bought, Max?
Well, me, that's a different story. I'm a recovering addict. This is the last physical media I got was from Rhea.
Oh, Black Adam.
My Black Adam 4K, and I love it, and I love that movie. But I haven't got it. They're dipping their toe back in the. You got to have a strategy, and unfortunately, the new strategy is, which sucks. And this is where I'm like, darn it, James Cameron. Everyone said Avatar 2 wasn't going to make $1 billion, but now he's also changing the industry again when it comes to streaming. Avatar 2 is not going to be on Disney Plus right away. It's going to be on VOD where you have to pay for it again for
Well,
quite some
Top
time
Gun.
before it gets to Disney Plus.
What's his name? Tom Cruise literally said, "You're not gonna put my movie, Top Gun, on Paramount Plus yet. I'm gonna make you prove that it's gonna make a ton of money at the box office," and it did. It made 1.3 billion. And Avatar, James Cameron's doing the same. Avatar 2 made 2.3 or 4 billion at the box office, so it made a lot. So yeah,
this is what Devin wanted to share. Retail. Retail comeback, a demand for brick and mortar store experience. I have the one when
I hope that's the case, though. Seriously,
I do too. I mean,
about losing my job.
Yeah, particularly why I hope it's the case, because it would be just good for people, who rely on that employment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a good experience. Honestly, you learn so much. Just like in terms of, it's kind of like fast food in the way I look at it. I don't look at it like in terms of a career per se, more along the lines of a good place to learn how to work.
Well, the one thing I've experienced is brick and mortar that I still use, and been using more now, is not buying as much, but I go support the resale shops where I go sell some of my old video games, which is they get a lot of foot traffic, collectibles. And yeah, they don't give me that much for it, but I kind of feel good supporting it. There's some good people that work there. Yeah. It's like, it's not helping me out. I could sell it on eBay for more, but it's more of a hassle. And sometimes I just get some quick cash. And I used to like dread that. Like, why'd I sell that? Now it's like kind of a release. I'm like, okay. And eventually, every once in a while, I get a game when I have enough, if I get enough for the thing I sold, I'm like, I could get a game too, and I don't even spend any money out of my bank account,
You'd be amazed how much money Lego goes for.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands.
I mean, if you got old collections of Legos, that is
especially Star Wars.
Yeah. Or Star Wars, make a ton of money.
Yeah. Retail and food service are amazing for physical and interpersonal skill building. Yeah. Nice.
For certain. But even outside of like working that, like just going to a store, I feel like it has a lot of benefits for someone too, to like, if they need something, to like have to get up, put on clothes, leave the house, walk or drive somewhere, interact with people.
Not my robe.
I mean, I guess you can in your robe if you want to. I'm not here to tell you how to dress in public, but it feels better for me personally. I feel good about getting out the house.
It helps your mental health.
Yeah, like, and then being able to examine a product that I'm going to buy rather than purchase it and then figure out if I like it or not once it shows up. Like, I like that too. Like some of these components that I have in the computer that I upgraded a few months ago. I got those at a Best Buy. Like, I didn't order them off of online. I could have gotten them cheaper, but I actually wanted to go to the store and examine the box and look at it, and I wanted that part of the experience, and it was cool. I liked it. I missed doing that, so I think there's a lot of value to it. I think that's why a part of why you see a lot of resurgence in it too. I hope it holds.
I mean, you can help it small. The one thing I do is I very rarely go through self-checkout. I wait in line to go to the personal cashier at all my stores.
To be fair, self-checkout can be tricky because sometimes, unless you double check, you could end up going out the door with like something that you forgot to pay.
Tricky for you.
I'm not saying that.
Well, just so you know,
I'm not gonna lie. In harder times, I use self-checkout in nefarious ways.
So CJ,
are you the one that violates the limit? Do you show up at the self-checkout with like 50
I don't know.
As your personal friend, Devin, I'd say shush.
I might have accidentally a pop or something, but
Oh, now when we see CJH with a stack of pops. Uh-oh. Well, I will say
My
this.
hat's not glowing. I have a neon sign behind me.
It's a
You can't
neon.
really-
Yeah.
can't really see.
I do know how to choose the checkout. I have no problems with self-checkout because I used to be a cashier. So I know how to do it, but I still go to the personal cashier instead of self-checkout.
I'm one of those people who believe that those are put there for convenience. If you want to get a bunch of shit, go to the main regular line like everybody else. 10 to 15 minutes are limit max on the items, please and thank you.
Well, a lot of times, not in every situation, there's some cashiers that have been there forever, and they look so happy when you say, "Hey, how's it going?" You know.
Well, I mean, cash.
I don't know. I'm terrible. I don't like talking to cashiers because I am one.
That's why I support them.
Hell no, dude.
Brian, part of the
I don't want
problem.
to hear a story. Just ring my shit up and let me go.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
Uh-oh. Rail
lot of
wants
the
self-checkout for
self-checkouts.
liquor and medicine. Uh-oh.
A lot of the self-checkouts, you can't put cash in. You can't use cash.
Mine you can.
You can in mine, yeah.
That's weird.
Well, maybe you have to actually put it in, Pop Thief.
No, you gotta
Sometimes
use
things
debit
just end
card
up in
or
my
like
bag,
credit card.
and I don't
I
know
didn't
where
know
the
that.
cash is. And I don't know where to put the cash. I don't know where to put the cash. We all know what you're doing, CJH. Woo! The discounts CJH is taking.
The Walmart bandit.
Sometimes things get confusing and stuff ends up on my bag, and there's just nowhere to even give the money. So I don't know how that works. CJH.
It's like that classic joke that everybody who's ever worked at a cash register has always heard. Like if something fails to scan, then somebody goes, "Oh, I guess that's free then, huh?" And it's like, oh God, I swear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna mash this keyboard right in your face.
I actually did that once. So they overcharged me with a lightsaber that I got, and
Oh,
I was
no.
able to get it for free.
Rhea, you're one of those people? I don't like talking to people who provide me services.
I'm the same
sorry, I suck
way.
at
I just
Not too
it's
much.
awkward.
Like
I'm like, okay,
I don't want to
yeah,
hear
ring
about
up my
your
stuff
life
up.
or anything.
I don't care about how your kids are doing. You know?
Ouch!
The person in front of me, 20 minutes talking. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
No, I don't want to hear your whole life story, but I want to like, hey, how's it going?
There was a guy at a grocery store who worked near me. Every time I went to him in line, like he always told people jokes as he was ringing up their stuff, and I always found that to be the most irritating thing in the world. Like I would personally, specifically try to avoid him, but in instances where I couldn't, I just had to be like, "All right, what's your joke?" And then like do the fake laugh when he gives the punchline. It was always like a joke out of like a one of those kids joke books,
like a pun almost.
Well, for example,
yeah,
I sold my Game Boy Advance games at the retail shop, and me and the guy were talking. He told me about a great shop that I didn't know about. To go visit with my wife that has a lot of manga, and they still do video rentals, like VHS rentals of anime and stuff. So I wouldn't have found that out if I wasn't talking to him.
I work in an auto parts store. Okay, there's nothing. You get the old guys that used to work on cars for days and days and days. That's like the only place where they can actually socialize. Like period. So they will straight up come in and talk for like a half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, just on and on and on. And I get it, and I have coworkers that are the same way, and they'll entertain that conversation. But I'm seriously just sitting there like, can you guys get out of here so I can get back to looking at my phone? Like, leave me alone. So yeah, the same thing.
That's funny.
I don't like doing it as a cashier. I don't like talking. Like, get your shit and go.
Wow. All right.
Sorry, I'm not a friendly person, I guess.
So TMNT. Crap. What are you laughing at? You wanted me to talk about this? CJ?
Yeah, no.
Beloved TMNT graphic novel, The Last Ronin, is becoming a video game.
A video game, interesting.
Yeah, it's being inspired by
God of War.
Action RPGs like God of War.
What's up, Cyrus?
God of War is amazing. Whew. top great games out.
Oh yeah, have you noticed that it was Rhea mentions McDonald's self-ordering screens, but have you noticed that like they've been opening employee-less McDonald's?
I'm terrible at customer service, Voltaire. I'm just telling you right now.
Customer service, can I help you, please?
Oh
No,
yeah, going to
I'm
McDonald's
good
anymore
because I know what I'm talking about. But seriously, if I didn't, I'm terrible at customer service.
McDonald's self-ordering screens roll. They don't
Yes,
even
they
have
do.
salads anymore.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
No,
They
I'm talking about the screens.
Me and my
The
wife
Oh,
were there.
McDonald's, they don't have.
They don't have
that no more. They used to
anything,
at
but
some point.
they don't have like the grilled chicken sandwich or
Man,
salads. And my wife was like, "What happened? We had to go
We
there."
have a chicken
I,
bake.
I forgot-
remember
I forgot Chick-fil-A was closed on a Sunday. It was by the comic shop, so we had to go to McDonald's. And she's like, "What is this shit?"
Chicken wrap. The chicken wrap. McDonald's.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
still trying to get my pop-up food truck running. It pains me to know that like you guys wouldn't come to my food truck because you'd have to talk to me.
Well,
I would, Devin.
I'd have to put a kiosk out on the side and then like
Oh,
hide.
you're playing
Wait for you guys to order.
a cell phone or a tablet. Just
Yeah.
type in what you want. Get out of here.
You know what's really good?
No,
Like
food
ice
trucks are
cream
different because
trucks.
that's like I said, it's situational because it depends. Like if I'm at a grocery store, I'm usually after work on my way home. I'm hungry. I want to get out of here so I can eat. You know?
Gotcha.
If I'm at a food truck, yeah, I'll strike up a conversation with the guy running a food truck because I think food trucks are awesome, and you know that like I said, it's different. Like Max, if I were at a game store, yeah, I'll talk to the person working there because that's a subject matter I can talk on. So like I said, it just depends.
It can't
I
go
used to-
bad though. It can't go bad. One time when I was buying stuff at that same game store, there was like a super Nintendo fanboy. Like, and I've been loving Nintendo since this. I've collected them all. GameCube.
He stole his
SNES.
things.
No, I said, and he was like going over and over on the Switch. I'm like, yeah, the Switch is great, but it's a shame that they had to make it so quick after the Wii U because the idea is great, but it's the console itself isn't very good. Like the Joy-Cons drift.
You know what
not a really
is
good
a
product.
shame?
And he got so mad at me, like you could see him. I was just giving an opinion. I'm like, okay, I didn't mean to make you up. He did like left. He like moved. He's like, no, it isn't. He said, no, it isn't. And I was like, I still like the Switch. It's just that it's not really the controller part stinks. The Joy-Cons stink. I'm sorry. They should have upgraded that by now.
Can they bring back the PSP Vita?
No, because people didn't buy it.
No, because Sony view it as a failure. You still could buy them in the market
was
for like
one of the
180
greatest
bucks or 100.
Things that they ever made.
Oh, the PSP, the PS Vita, great. Just that Sony thinks they are failures, which they're not Sony.
The Joy-Cons are absolute bullshit and the biggest scam Nintendo's done for a while. It's not a good product. The Wii emotes were better.
It's not a.
They're 80
Not
bucks.
Yeah. That's a ripoff. I mean, when they work, I like them, but they are cheap quality. The drift is real. It sucks that you have to replace them, and they're $80 to replace. Like that's bad. But right out the box, I actually like the Joy-Cons. Like I think they feel fine. They're ergonomic. For me, at least, I never really had a problem with them until they stopped working right.
They make so much money off those, and I
hate controller drift.
Yeah, aftermarket Joy-Cons are the way. You don't know, Zeno. You don't have the. So, TMNT Ronin. I actually am interested in this comic now. I didn't know about this. There are a lot of spoilers, so don't look into it too much. Well, I can't really say anything. Damn it! It's just a darker version of the Turtles. I'm very happy to hear that they're making this project. I think it's a while away though. Very interesting that they announced this right after the TMNT movie. It's completely different. And all I'll say is there's high stakes. And if you notice something from the image, not to give spoilers, but he has all the weapons, this turtle. And his eye bandana or whatever it is a different color.
And he's ripped as hell.
Wait,
Yes.
does that mean the other turtles are dead?
I'm not saying anything. And then there's Mutant Mayhem. Oh, those are cool. Okay. So I'm very intrigued. Who is making it? The last Ronin video game adaptation is being developed by an unnamed studio and is likely a few years off from release. Rosen said, but like the throwback beat 'em up Shredder's Revenge, developed by Tribute Games at .emu, the Cowabunga collection developed by Retro Game Collection experts Digital Clips, Rosen said they found the right partner to adapt the last Ronin into a ambitious AAA video game.
Right,
I
Cyrus,
can't
they're
wait.
gonna come after us.
What? Who?
Nintendo has plot armor. You're not supposed to mention them, any criticism of them.
No, I mean I
Schmacks.
usually have great conversations at the store. That one employee doesn't work there anymore, but he was like, "You're wrong. Nintendo is great. The Switch is the most amazing Nintendo console ever." And he left. And I'm like, "Okay." He was so mad that I said, "I wish they had more time to I wish they had more time to develop the Nintendo Switch because they rushed it to market after the Wii U was a bomb. And I love the Wii U. That they could have done better things with the controllers. It's a great idea,
I mean,
but they're still shipping the shitty Joy-Cons, and that's disgusting.
Well, maybe after you get a Switch update too, they probably update the Joy-Cons.
Well, they have every opportunity to just update the Joy-Cons because they're detachable. It's like ridiculous they haven't done that. The Joy-Con Plus, come on, it's so easy, you know. But who's excited for this? Are you interested at all in the comic, Devin? Like, I might track down this comic.
Sure. I mean, I haven't read a Turtles comic in God knows how long.
It's a different type of take, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the Last Ronin. Honestly, I'd probably read the comic before I played the game because I was never a huge fan of the God of War series.
Mm-hmm. I like the original God of War games better than the newer ones.
Yeah,
I think they're more fun. They're not as, that boy says I complained about the Tears of the Kingdom 70 price tag for a few minutes and then proceeded to pre-order it.
that's the thing. That's the thing about all of like this nerd rage culture is like you can be outraged about all of this
how much
shit,
it costs and then turn around and buy it.
You're gonna buy it. Like they know that you're a captive audience. Like you could rage about.
I don't buy the $70 games.
Well, I wait. Movies and stuff too. Like I'm not watching that show. This show's gonna be trash. Blah 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 blah. 5 minutes later, wow, that show's pretty good.
Yep.
I wait till they come down in price.
Like all of those dudes who like rage about how Disney shows are woke or whatever, they watch every single episode as soon as they drop.
What was that South Park episode? Fuck you, you'll buy it.
you buy it.
Brought to you by Disney. Fuck you, you'll buy it.
I definitely wait for the price drop. For example, the one game that I really wanted for the PS5 more than anything was the new Ratchet and Clank game. And I waited till it was like $35.
I just wait till it comes out on Game Pass. If it doesn't do that, then I ain't playing it.
It came out for the only one that I'm really struggling on is Tekken 8 because I love Tekken. I love fighting games like the full Soul Calibur. I've always bought day one. That's a series because I know it struggles.
Oh man, I'm gonna kick your ass with Cervantes one of these days, dude.
Oh yeah, you got
my favorite character on that game.
Oh yeah, remember next Thursday. Box opening
a week from today.
Yeah, and
did you just pour water from one glass to another glass?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure I didn't missee that.
I had to pour it in with the straw. The straw.
They both couldn't transfer the straw.
Yeah, just take the straw.
Yeah,
I could have. Max.
I could have.
Okay.
He likes being like a scientist when he was a kid. Just sit there and go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you play with
I got to stay hydrated. Let's see what else I have here.
Oh, ice.
Ice.
Yeah.
My mother got us an ice machine. She just ordered it out of nowhere. I'm like, wow, Mom. We just have to look it up. We just got it this week.
That'll come in handy this summer.
Oh yeah, for
drinking
drinks.
Will definitely come in handy in summer.
For streams, my wife is gonna make those great drinks, and we'll have the ice cubes for them.
All right, come over to Max's house.
Mixed drinks.
Get drunk.
So What the heck is going to happen with Joker 2 now?
What?
Have you heard?
I haven't heard anything about this movie.
About the bird.
It's being impacted by Donald J. Trump.
Oh
No,
my
I'm just
God.
kidding. I thought this was a funny
Well,
headline.
the first
You know
one.
what's
Oh.
funny is that Daredevil Born Again shot in the same location like a week ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on the same place. that
Okay.
Joker 2 is
So
filming.
Joker 2 filming at Donald Trump jury location.
Oh
Nice.
my gosh.
News said
Oh,
photos have
yeah.
revealed the next filming location for Joker Folie à Deux. I'm not pronouncing that. I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly. Will be at the courthouse currently in the news due to Donald Trump's indictment case.
Jesus Christ.
Filming got underway. I think you should make it a cameo
Oh,
in the Joker movie.
like Home Alone, where he makes a cameo.
The New York City
Little
courthouse
Rascals.
is to be in the news and I don't know what's happening. What are the odds? It's quiet outside the courthouse where a grand jury is set to meet today in former President Trump's hush money case. But this weekend, Lady Gaga will be there and cameras will be rolling as they film a new scene from the Joker movie. Stop this.
They should just merge the two. Did any of you guys see, so the past few days, there's been all this Trump is going to be arrested, blah, blah, blah.
I've heard this before.
I still don't buy it, but there was all of this weird AI art that people were making of Trump running from the cops
Bro,
and
that went
Some of
viral on the
that
internet.
shit was so fucking funny to me.
It was funny though. It went viral on the internet too.
I'm going to do this as a clip out and put the AI generated stuff as Joker 2 scenes. First glimpse.
First glimpse of Trump's cameo in Joker 2.
Yes.
It shows him running from the cops.
And I have those scenes thanks to a good friend. I'm not going to say who. Here we go. Let me bring this up here. All right, let me bring up the image here. Scene. Here you have it first. Breaking news. Oh shit. Wait. Breaking news. From the set of Joker 2. Trump on the run.
No way,
Trump on the run.
Yo, these memes,
Oh my god, I love that so much.
And the thing is, it looks
well, even Trump fans like these images.
No,
I saw Jeremy using
the
it.
The thing is, bro, like this, I thought it was real. I was like,
it's not gonna happen.
Like it looks realistic.
It looks better than I thought. AI art is getting a little bit better at dealing with people's hands.
Yeah.
You know what it is too? Trump, whether you like him or not, is very expressive face.
Yeah.
So I think that helps with these AI generated images.
It does.
There's images that exist of him making those faces. He's very expressive, whether you like him or not. He's got you get the vibe that he's throwing out. He doesn't hide how he's feeling. He's you see it in his face.
It's interesting though. So they're going to be shooting outside of that courthouse. This weekend.
Yes,
but they still haven't reached a definitive conclusion on what they're going to do about I guess whether they're going to arrest Trump or not. What the grand jury is going to decide on there. So that seems like it's two things that are going to kind of come to a head there.
Yeah. Don't impact Joker 2. I need it on time. I don't want anything bad to happen either, though. I don't want anything bad to happen. I just thought that article was funny. Sorry. I couldn't resist. All right.
Fair enough.
Let's see. We'll do rapid fire topics now. And then CJH wants to do the mailbag. Let's see what else I have.
How else is he going to get his questions in? Come on now.
Come on, yeah.
Okay, let me see. Ooh, this is exciting. Who here likes Heat?
The Al Pacino movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
been a long time since I watched that movie.
I've never fully watched it.
Remake that.
What the hell's going on with my StreamYard? Hold on. Can you hear me still?
Yes.
Yeah.
My StreamYard's frozen.
Uh-oh.
There it goes.
Oh, there it is. There it is. All right. There it is. Heat 2 rumors. I think this is a strong candidate. Of course, I'm a huge Adam Driver fan. Rumors are linking up Adam Driver, Austin Butler too.
Sorry.
Austin Butler is great, and Al Pacino to the sequel.
I need to watch the movie in order to have feel a certain way about it.
Sure, but I like to get excited just on casting news. I think those are strong additions. Obviously, Val Kilmer's not going to come back. Potentially, I don't remember what happened to Robert De Niro's character.
You sure? I mean, he did come back for Top Gun.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think I'm up for it. I know we've got to this point where just like Gladiator 2, or do we really need another one? Brian, do you think the same way of this? Do we need another Heat? Or are you ready for it?
I don't care.
You don't
just
care.
be
Good.
one of those. It's just well, no, I don't say that to shut down the question.
I mean,
it's more along the lines of no, dude. Okay, that anybody was like clamoring for it. I don't know. I don't think so.
I just don't.
Like, yeah,
Oh
dude,
my God,
I cannot
this
live
is
my
the
life
best movie.
without a
I
sequel
can't
to
wait.
Heat. God dang it.
I just
Well,
don't
yeah.
know what is the point of having a sequel. I mean, the movie's already good, and it's like
They're just, I mean, they're trying to, take advantage
nostalgia.
of the IP.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
They're
like
trying to create another
the Vertigo
franchise.
remake that they're talking about with Robert Downey Jr.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ, bro! That
Why
is
do
like,
this?
why make that movie? Why, like, that's one of the.
Yeah, Vertigo is one of my favorite movies. Like, I love
Yeah, it's a
Hitchcock
great
films.
movie. Yeah,
Like,
I'm okay with it. It doesn't erase the original.
No, it doesn't erase the original, but it's like, what is the intention? Like,
Yeah,
it's
why?
not going to be additive.
Hmm.
It's hard to be additive towards something that is, regarded as such a classic. That's the problem with remaking classic movies. I'm not saying that it's not possible. I think a lot of people would say that A Star is Born is an example of a remake that done really well,
Mhm.
but it's really tough to do, and I'm not sure if it's entirely worth it. To be honest, whenever they release, like, a local theater here in town shows Hitchcock movies periodically, and they showed for Vertigo a year ago or so, or maybe it was like the year before the pandemic. And I went and saw it, and it was awesome. Like, I think they would be better served like remastering it and then just doing a full re-release of Vertigo in theaters.
Cool.
There's something really cool about seeing those old movies, up on the big screen.
Oh, Nick is here. Nick from Echo Base. I didn't even get to react to your video, Nick. I was planning to it, but oh my God, you're mid, Nick. I love you though, bro. That's where I got the topic for tonight. Mando is mid for sure this season. Oh, Nick, me and Brian are gonna come debate you.
How you liking Star Trek, though, buddy? How you liking Star Trek?
Oh yeah, Nick. How do you like Star Trek? Nice to see you around. I'm going to go around your neck of the woods to debate you and Coach. Me and Brian. Brian's a co-owner of the channel now. He's a manager. But yeah, that's where I got the main time. I was going to react to them, but then the first stream got shut down.
it got late.
Like Crazy Joe. Yeah. But back to Heat. I'm all for this. I think there's enough time. I think there is more stories to tell in this universe. Okay. I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Nick, we got to get you on to talk about Picard then, right, Brian?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Big Trouble in Little China remake. Strange Marvel Theory suggests. I'm not opposed to it. I do like Rhea's suggestion of Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors to work would be a great addition to this project too. Get a little diversity in there,
They already said they're gonna be working with each other a lot more after Creed. So, yeah.
Yes. Even Cyrus started watching Picard season 3, and I think we convinced Cyrus.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, seasons 1 and 2 of Picard were awful.
They were
just
bad.
really bad experiences. Aside from that last episode of season 2, I guess.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But
yeah.
other than that, no.
This makes me want to rewatch Heat. I haven't watched it in a while. So, let me see. Max isn't opposed to dumb ideas. All right. Well, actually, let me see if If you want to pop in, Nick, if you have the time. If not, that's okay. It's been a while since I messaged you on Twitter. Base. I can't find you.
Good one.
Oh, well. Sorry, it's been so long and I can't find you. You have to message me if you want to get on. Okay, we'll get to the next topic. You'll have to at me. Yeah, no, I have watched Heat. It's just been a while, you know? And I have a memory problem, so I don't remember everything that happened. I can't remember. It's been so long that I want to rewatch it for sure.
To check what streaming service has Heat to watch it again.
Yeah. Who here likes The Room?
Oh no.
What?
No. Devin, you don't like The Room?
Oh, I mean, I like The Room fine for what it is. I just know where this is going.
What?
Continue. Go ahead and continue.
Hey, you don't have to watch it, but it's apparently Tommy Wiseau is making his next project. Did you know about? Is this what you're referring to?
Yeah, I watched the trailer earlier.
Oh, really?
It looks
did
awful.
not.
It looks
really?
awful, bro.
How many years ago did The Room come out? Like
I don't
20, 21 years ago or something like that?
Yeah.
Maybe 22?
It's called
20 some odd years, and like this is the best he can do.
Oh, hi, Shark. Check out the new trailer for Big Shark, the first movie directed by Tommy Wiseau since the cult classic The Room. Shark
I've never
movies.
seen it.
I approve. If he's going to do anything, I would like a shark movie.
even if it's low budget.
Yeah. Big Shark will have its debut screening at Cinema 21 in Portland, Oregon on April 2nd. Oh, that would be great if it was just April 1st. Oh, hi, Shark. It looks like a shark is just cruising down the sidewalk. What the hell?
No,
what made The Room, I don't know how many people here watched The Room, but what made it special was, and maybe this is the kind of the mean-spirited origin story of it, but it was a movie that was trying to be taken seriously initially, and it was so bad, it was so incredibly bad that people had a lot of fun making fun of a movie that was taking itself so seriously. And then it gained a life of its own, and then Tommy Wiseau started playing into it and all of that, and it was a cool story. And the Disaster Artist, like Daniel Martin mentions, there is a great movie by Seth Rogen and James Franco that really highlights the story of The Room and how it became a cult hit and all of that. To me, there is something profoundly lame about deliberately trying to make a cheesy movie to recapture like that moment. Like, that's what I don't like about it. And it's clear that he's trying to do that.
Okay.
It's the same thing that happened with like
to be funny in the first place.
Yeah. And like it's the same thing that happened with like Birdemic and Birdemic 2,
Birdemic?
Why are we
I
still
never
have
heard of
Sharknado movies?
Yeah, or like any Sharknado movie, really.
Yeah.
I get that. Half the fun is that it wasn't intentional. Now it's like you're leaning into it. It's not funny.
Yeah.
Because you know every potentially he's doing it for the laughs instead of.
It's kind of like, does anybody remember America's Funniest Home Videos?
Oh, of course.
It's kind of like that, where it's like, at first they were like, oh, cool, candid videos or whatever, like, and then you see it, you could tell that they staged this video, to be funny.
Yeah, there was the genuine nature of someone earnestly trying to make like a good movie lends itself to being, oh, they weren't trying to go this route. That's what makes it kind of funny, rather than someone that's purposely winking at the camera trying to be funny. Then it's like, okay, you're trying too hard, and it doesn't. I can't sign off on you trying so hard, to be funny. It's kind of a weird thing, but that's just the vibe that I get from it.
What happened?
I don't know what you mean, Zeno. Are you trolling?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what happened?
Oh, he's talking about Twitter.
Okay.
I'm surprised he's making another movie. It's been a long time, so the trailer looks cheesy. Like it was not good, but I hope it's good.
Okay, well, I'll reach out to Enosh later. He's still my friend. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to comment too much on something I don't know about. So I'll look into it later.
Snakes on a Plane was also a great example of that too.
I don't know. I want to get CJH on this one. CJH, what do you think about this big shark movie?
We have too many goddamn shark movies.
No, there's not enough goddamn shark movies.
There's too many.
He wants more alien
There's
movies,
too
not
many.
enough shark movies.
Do you know how many shark movies there are?
No, because I don't. watch
There's a
shark
lot.
movies.
There's a lot of shark movies.
There's a lot.
Is it Jaws? And then
Oh god, there's so many, dude. There's
I like
so
Deep
many
Deep
shark
Blue
movies.
Sea was
You know-
pretty cool.
It's at this point where they can't even remake Jaws because it would be redundant.
Mm.
When is the Meg 2 coming out?
I like the Meg one. It was
I
fun.
did too. I enjoyed it.
I think they filmed it already. I think they're just working on the special effects. That's the last update I have on it.
Get Deep Blue Sea 2 with LL Cool J.
I didn't see the second one. I got to see the first. I mean, I saw
Well,
the first. I got to see the second one.
I didn't know there was a second one. I was just trying to be funny.
I think there was a second
Oh wow.
one. Star Wars game here. I have this story up. Hold on, I'm bringing it up now. I think this is a free to play Star Wars Hunters. Did anyone ever try this? I saw a trailer. It didn't look bad for a free to play game, but then is it out or I don't know what's going on with it. Star Wars. I think this character looks cool though.
Is it a PC game or a phone game? Or
I
what?
think it's a phone game, or in consoles. Star Wars Hunters Battle for the Arena introduces Vespara, but not much else. So this is all. I guess they also have a comic book on it too. The tie-in book announced last February. Star Wars Hunters. I know this is a game based on the game.
What is this? A console game?
Well, it's a book based on the console
Oh,
game,
it's a
but
book
I
based
wanted
on
to see if
console.
anyone ever even tried it.
I've
if
never
it
heard
was-
of
if
it
it-
until now.
I didn't know it was a thing.
Let me look up another YouTube video. I won't play the audio, but Star Wars Hunters.
Oh, I heard about Star Wars Hunters. Yeah.
I haven't heard that until now.
All right,
let's
let's
focus on.
Isn't
the new
it a
Star Wars
mobile
movie.
game or something?
I thought it was mobile and console, like it was on the Switch 2 or something. I don't know. Let me bring this up here. I'm gonna take a look, see if it's free to play. See the gameplay here. But that was talking about the book. See the graphics don't look bad. Yeah, I guess it's like Fortnite for Star Wars. That's what I'm guessing. There's that character there.
Okay, yeah, that can't be mobile because that would destroy your phone.
It would. I'm
Not
up for it. I'm gonna if it is available, I'm gonna download it. Look at that.
Not really.
Oh, it
because
looks like
really-
Fortnite.
It
Yeah.
does look like Fortnite a little bit. But not really. If you put this on mobile, you already have Call of Duty on mobile. You have Call of Duty, and then you have
Yeah,
Call of Duty
Fortnite on
Warzone
more
coming.
mobile.
Yeah, and you have Fortnite on mobile. So no, not really.
And you can
If
play
they
Star
would
Wars
like to.
characters on Fortnite. So what's the point?
That is true.
I'm gonna see if this is on the Xbox tonight. I'm gonna check it out.
So
No one's ever tried it, really.
a
Epic
4v4 Epic Battle. It does look like Fortnite.
Unless it's
a little
Lego
bit.
Star Wars, I don't care. No.
You're not gonna play with me, Brian? You're not gonna CJH, you're not gonna try this?
Only if it's console
Oh,
and
it's console.
Xbox.
The
And
game
like
is
last
Is
gen.
it on Game Pass?
Like,
Oh, it's on the Switch only. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, sorry.
Well,
Ain't playing that one.
I could still try it. I'll have to see. The sequels are straight to video. Okay.
That'd be why I never watched them.
All right. Let's see what else. I don't have too many more topics, and I know Brian, Devin, and Anthony, CGH, we're approaching the 2-hour mark, so I don't know. Yeah, Ray, if it's on the Switch, me and you could try with some people. That'd be fun. Also, check out Devin's channel for sure. I check out his channel every once in a while with the live stream gaming there. If you haven't already,
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of rage quitting lately. I'll
Really?
probably be
Yeah,
doing more. Yes. Yeah, I
You
tried
should
playing
play
Ultra Kill, and
Doom
that game is
Eternal.
incredibly difficult.
Ultra Kill. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was the one I checked out. That was one of your streams I checked out there. Okay. Let me
You
see.
should try Doom Eternal. That game will definitely make you rage quit.
Doom.
Yeah,
I had issues with Doom. I couldn't get through much of it. Yeah.
Maybe I mean I don't actively seek out rage quitting. It's just a function of me being bad at games, but I'll check it out.
I downloaded Recore,
Well, I mean, it's pretty fun too. But,
Devin,
you know.
because Zito said he was playing and he said it was good. And I
I'm sorry, you downloaded what?
Recore. Isn't that the one?
Oh,
you worked
nice.
on?
Yeah.
It's on Game Pass. I was like, maybe I'll finally give this a shot. I haven't tried. I just downloaded it this week. It's like it's the process of downloading on Game Pass. So that if anyone's interested in have Game Pass, that's something Devin worked on.
I'm thinking about getting a PC, like a gaming PC. I might build my own. Yeah,
do it. It's fun.
This potentially could be a spoiler for Mandalorian season 3 of a cameo. But I don't know. And I honestly kind of wanted to talk about it because even though I love this other series, I don't think this is as much as people. I don't think this is the cameo that's gonna get people excited. Honestly,
what is this? Did you say Mandalorian?
It's a cameo it's a rumored cameo that might appear. Take it with a grain of salt.
Is it Jar Jar?
No.
The
Mandalorian season 3 rumored to include a major Andor character, and I don't think, even though that's cool, I don't think that's going to be a big draw.
Andor is not a spoiler. Like it's really not a spoiler.
Oh, is it Mon Mothma?
Her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean,
by making
she is around and in charge at this point in time. So.
Would it be deep faked? Because it would have to be the old actress.
No, she's an Andor.
Oh my Lord,
well, I don't know if she
to make
Andor.
it look older.
No, she looks.
It's not
good.
deep fake. That's like de-aging or re-aging or whatever.
Makeup.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, makeup. They use makeup or de-age most of the time for her. But no, she looks good here. I mean, she looks good. Really, they don't need to add like makeup to make her look old. Older.
I mean, we're not talking like 60 years here, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, swear to God.
We should develop it. You should develop a game. You should get your friends in the development community, Devin, and develop a game called Rage Quit and Rage Quit 2 and make it super hard. And that's actually a good idea.
You guys played Rage Quit yet?
I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't already a Rage Quit on Steam somewhere, to be honest.
Rage Quit and Rage Quit 2 now on console. Wouldn't that get people? Have you played Rage Quit? Did you quit? Yeah.
No, I beat it, bro.
Yeah, there already is a game on Steam called Rage Quit.
Oh, really? Damn it.
Yeah.
That was such a good idea. Cal says, an old friend see me on the show. He messaged me, "Is that you? I knew this would happen." Yeah, I'm part of the problem. You're recognized, Cal. What's your thoughts on AI generated video games, Devin?
Will that even ever happen?
Spoiler alert! I'm kind of trying to do that right now.
Wait, have you ever played Getting Over It? The game Getting Over It, where it's like a guy in the cauldron. And he's got a hammer.
Never even heard of it.
No.
I don't have a problem. Like AI generated games, like AI is going to be a major player in game development in the future, and it could be a very, very, very cool tool for scaling down the production of what?
Nice, Axel. That's what I'm going to tire this clip out. Mon Milfma, and I'm going to blame. And I'm going to put blame Axel. Mon Milfma.
All right, I don't know where to go from there, but
well, I mean, I'm excited to see her character. I just don't think it's going to be a big draw. That's all.
It's this game right here.
Devin works for Skynet, confirmed.
No, I'm just doing it as a hobbyist sort of thing.
Yeah, this is one of the hardest games.
What? What am I looking at?
Reyes says AI is our tool, not our enemy.
It's a game where you try to get to the top.
So often tools can become enemies. It just depends on how you use it.
People use the people are the enemy. People are the enemy, not the tools.
Yeah. But it is cool. AI, it's shockingly powerful, and it's come a long way in a short amount of time. Like you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. And the point I was going to make is like leveraging it in ethical ways. God knows that's probably not how it's going to be used, but leveraging it in ethical ways, it can actually be used to dramatically cut down on the time and the budget that usually restricts AAA development to bigger studios. So you could end up getting AAA quality games from smaller dev teams and bigger, more expansive games because of, especially with role-playing games, a lot of the time-intensive stuff, you're going to be able to use AI programs like ChatGPT and stuff to automatically generate a lot of shit that would have taken like a team of 15, 20 people several months to generate. And there's still going to be some tooling around the edges to get it to connect properly, but being able to use it to cut down on the cost associated with building out big robust databases and systems for AAA titles, I mean, it's going to make developing those games easier, which means that it's going to be less companies, or not less companies. It's going to be more companies making titles like the ones that we expect from Bethesda and CD Projekt Red, instead of having only 6 or 7 studios capable of making big AAA blockbuster games. We should theoretically be in a situation where we can get those from a lot more smaller studios. It's going to be better for competition in the market. Ideally, it would mean that those games would be cheaper, but that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. No. If they already have
it's
people
like
buying
my AI voiceover videos I've been doing.
Yeah, they're great. I need help with AI.
Kind of creepy though.
Strange Marble Theories, $2. A Bob Ross RPG game. I think that would have a market, in the indie market. Yeah. I used to watch Bob Ross all the time. Happy Little Trees.
What if it's like Mario, but like a little Bob Ross?
That would be cool. Like the Mario RPG, the Mario Sides series where he's
like
there's
platform.
Yeah. I would like that. That's all I had for that one is just the and/or appear. I think there's got to be more if you're going to get. I'm going to watch it and be happy all the way through. But as much as people like to say, they like these Easter eggs and cameos for sure. And I don't think that's going to do it. Did you hear Mon Mothma was in the Mandalorian? I'm like, people are like, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. So, all right. This is what you were talking about earlier, Devin, is the Vertigo remake. I'm up for it. Robert Downey Jr. looking to star.
And you got Stephen Knight doing the screenplay for it.
He did Peaky Blinders.
Yep.
I've never watched Peaky Blinders. Has anyone watched it?
I watched like half of the first season.
Did you like it? I know you didn't finish, but was it good enough?
It was fine if you like that kind of thing. I'm not super huge into mobster stuff, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I liked Sam Neill in it. He was great, and it's a good show. It's a good show. It just wasn't my kind of thing.
What do you think about the movie Mystery Men?
I like that. I have to rewatch it. I didn't love it back in the day, but everyone says it's great.
They're thinking about doing a sequel.
Well, let's talk about Vertigo first, because I'm curious, how many people here have watched Vertigo?
I've never seen it.
Never seen it?
It's been a while. My dad used to watch it all the time, so I don't remember a lot of it. I need to rewatch it.
Well, we did get a remake. It was called Basic Instinct.
Well, Basic Instinct was definitely different than Vertigo for a lot of reasons, but thematically, yes. But the really cool thing to me about Vertigo, and a lot of those Hitchcock movies back then, North by Northwest, like the aesthetics make up so much of like the aesthetics and the atmosphere of the movie make up so much of that movie's appeal. And I don't know if this new Vertigo is going to be set in modern times or if it's also going to be set in the 60s. Like, I love the mid-century modern vibe of Vertigo, like his San Francisco apartment and walking down the street and going to the store and all that sort of stuff. Like, and like go into the different, driving in his classic car, which I guess wasn't really classic at the time, but all of that just lended itself to having a really cool vibe for like this kind of a neo-noir story that was being told. And I don't know if that can be, I don't know if you can modernize that and still retain that sort of vibe. But that's really my chief concern with it.
Okay. Cyrus is concerned about Jaw. I am too, but Ray is optimistic. She thinks it's a two-way street. I feel like these tools will automate a lot of labor, but increase the need for new ideas to prompt the AI tools to create. It will only do what's told by humans. Yeah.
I mean, it's going to put people out of work. I mean, everybody, even people who are like the most ardent supporters of AI, concede that point. It's going to put people out of work. I don't know if it's going to lead to like a mass destruction of certain types of certain aspects of industry, like, call center or customer service type stuff. Maybe. It's possible. I could definitely see that happening. But again, it's all going to be dependent upon the adoption rate. Like, how many companies are going to want to actually do it? And in addition to that, it's also going to be dependent on what local governments are going to allow. Because I don't think America is going to have any kind of restrictions, but I can certainly see the EU and other countries mandating AI restrictions so that large swaths of their population aren't put out of work for it. So we just have to see. There's a lot of questions right now. AI is moving so far ahead of where policy needs to be in order to really adequately integrate it with our economy in a way that isn't massively destructive. That's a real concern, and nobody is really talking about solutions to address it. So, I'm not going to say that you shouldn't be worried, but, it's a cross that bridge when we get there situation.
All right. I've been trying to cover this article. We only have a few more articles left, but I thought this was interesting. Overlooked 80s cartoon toy franchises ripe for revival. And I've started a new series, Binge Buddy Saturday Morning Cartoons, which I'm bringing back for the second episode this Saturday. We're going to watch the next 3 episodes of Gargoyle Show. But I've never even seen this one.
That show was awesome.
I love
For
Gargoyles.
Binge Buddies. I'd love to rewatch the Spider-Man, the animated series.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I'll have to put up a poll. What is that? You know that this is what is, Devin? What's this one?
I have no clue.
Oh, I thought you were saying, okay. Let me see. Black Star.
Never heard of it.
What was that?
Before He-Man the Master Universe premiered in 1983, Filmation did what could be considered a dry run of the concept with Black Star in 1981. Native American astronaut John
Oh,
Black
that's
Star's
right.
spaceship.
Okay. That's racist. Now I'm playing.
It's sort of like He-Man, but a Native American.
Interesting. They tried to create a He-Man type of show, but it fell. That's interesting.
So that's
He-Man was a function of the toy being famous before the show was.
Yeah.
Osiris has Black Star toys. Bring back Dragonflies.
Never heard
Binge
of
Buddies
Dragonflies.
was just
GoBot.
on hiatus.
GoBots was just for broke bitches that couldn't afford Transformers, i.e. me.
That's
He said he had GoBots.
crazy.
That's what it
called
was,
out.
dude. That's what it was. It was like, I want Transformers. Like, you have Transformers at home, and it was fucking GoBots.
GoBots.
They made a joke about that in like the special of the Christmas special, Guardians.
Oh, dude, I can't remember, but I don't doubt that.
I think that
They should make a GoBot movie.
yeah, I think they should go and compete with Transformers. I think now's the perfect time.
I'd laugh if it was better than the Transformers.
Oh
I mean-
my god, the first movie will be you get a director to understand GoBots and the origins of GoBots and oh my god, that would be perfect.
I never watched GoBots.
Well, go down. What does it say? I mean, we'll give you a small subscription of it.
And that is why you failed. Oh.
I'd be open to it. I love these old school Saturday morning cartoons. I might watch.
Oh, the way
GoBots.
that they used to draw.
I
them back then.
hope Dinosaurs is on the list.
What if
People
Michael
always say
Bay
Mask is
does?
good.
What if
Yeah.
Michael Bay does
No.
a robot movie?
No.
Why
He
would
just-
that? Why would that be your
He
first?
destroyed
John
the
Cena.
Transformer franchise. No, he didn't destroy it, but he. Just,
I heard multiple.
No, that would be awesome.
SWAT cats.
SWAT Cats was cool.
Max, what is the next on the list?
Or what about a Michael
Robotech.
Bay He-Man
I
movie?
heard, I heard
They've been talking
that.
about doing a live action Robotech for decades at this point.
That ain't never gonna happen.
I wish Robotech is awesome.
And when you look at
Thundercats
probably
and Silverhawks.
Thundercats,
They
Yeah,
they're making a
Thundercats.
Thundercats movie.
they are making a Thundercats movie.
Yeah, believe. Let me see.
I heard about that a while ago too. I don't know what the status of that
I think
is.
at Warner Brothers on Netflix. Let me look.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Silverhawks
You know what? Michael Bay should just direct all these.
CJH, you're very close to the getting kicked out of the show and off the team. How goddamn you? No, where's Perps? He loves Michael. Oh my God, Michael Bay just phones it in, bro. Oh no, I don't. I want someone. Actually, they did a Thundercats reboot animated. It was pretty good, but it only lasted one season. It was pretty good.
Yeah, Thundercats movies in the works at Warner Brothers back in 2021, but by the Godzilla director Adam Wingard.
I have
Jason
no-
the Wheel Warriors. I
I
remember
have
that.
no idea what this is.
Yeah, that was a very obscure show. I remember that one.
People.
Hey, Axel, how's it going?
Hey, yeah, not bad. I got a lot of studying to do, but taking a break.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mask. Everyone says a Mask. I never watched Mask.
I never watched it either. I
Mobile Armored Strike Command.
I've seen The Mask.
Well, you should make this go and get Transformers.
Gem and the
What?
Holograms.
I've never heard of this in my life. What
Jim and the Holograms? That was pretty popular. It used to
Yeah,
come
she was
on
an
before
edgy-
G.I. Joe's did Denver.
She was an edgy Barbie, but she was more than Barbie. She was a front runner of a band singer, and she had a.
They
a
tried to
lot
make a
more
live
style.
action movie a couple of years
Yeah.
ago, and it bombed because it was
I didn't
nothing
even
like the
watch it,
cartoon.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it. I used to steal my sister's gem dolls with my
You
action
used to steal
figures.
your sister Barbies? Wow.
The gem dolls were cooler.
You're a bully,
They used
man.
to they used to date my action figures
Okay.
Crazy.
when I was a kid. I know what the hell I was
This
doing.
will work in live action. I haven't watched the show, but this will be good in live
Didn't
action
they
to
do
compete
a
against
live
Barbie.
action of this?
Yeah, but
But the live
Michael
action
Bay
one
was good.
it sucked. If they were
did
gonna
a
do
live
it,
action? I didn't
they
know
did a
that.
live action, but they didn't do it right.
oh, Centurions!
Centurions, I remember
I
that.
used to
I
like
had these
Centurions.
toys. I didn't
Me
watch the
too.
show. I just had the toys. The
I had
toys
the
were pretty
toys.
cool. And humanoids.
Humanoids.
What the hell is that?
Vague
You want to
recollection of
compete
that.
against you want to compete against Jurassic Park? Do that.
Ooh, what's this?
Yeah,
The
that's the
Phantom.
same thing.
Defenders of the Earth.
Is
Never
this a
heard. Is
ripoff
that
of
Flash
Marvel?
Gordon?
Maybe.
They definitely need to bring this.
I mean, this could be cool.
I didn't
What
even
is-
know
what is
about
in
this.
the latest.
Oh yeah, they made a.
Star-Lord,
Th-
Black Panther, and Doctor
What-
Strange.
who's the
and
purple
Iron Man
guy?
and
Let me
White
read
Light.
this.
That's
The Phantom.
Yeah, I've seen
They
it.
made a movie about that.
Yeah.
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 But
Not
after
a great one.
This
but
is I
it's
never
there.
heard. This is a. I'm gonna have to bring this up on Binge Buddy Cinema. I never knew about this project. After the Super Friends animated series ran from 1973 to 86, spawning the Super Powers collection of action figures in 1984, King Feature Syndicate finally realized it had its own in-house Justice League.
Maybe Zack Snyder
Calm
should
down,
do
Axel.
this.
Sorry.
So,
What was that?
What a jump scare.
Stop.
well, you come on.
Flash
Axel.
Gordon,
you asked
the
to be on the
Phantom,
show, and then you're like
Mandrake.
screaming. Yeah,
Lothar.
Flash Gordon, the Phantom, Mandrake, and Lothar were rounded up and each given their own teenage son or daughter to form the 1986-87 Defenders of the Earth cartoon and toy line.
So it can be like a cinematic universe.
This is great.
The artwork looks good actually. You can make this in a live.
Well, if it just focuses on the kids, I understand it might not be as cool. But
that might be
Well,
cool.
imagine
Ghostbusters,
if I
of course, I
edited it
watched
and
this.
then
I
we brought
love this
in the
show.
entire.
I love it. I love that show.
Yeah, it still holds up.
Brave Star.
That seems
cowboy movie.
familiar.
23rd century. Yeah.
Visionary.
Knights of
I think I remember. I think I had some of those toys because like the toys had like the holograms on their chests, right?
Spiral Zone.
Spiral Zone.
I don't know anything about that.
In the what is okay?
I don't know.
What is that? The best? Oh, no.
Okay, well, that
Laser
was cool. That was nostalgia. This stuff. There's some cool stuff on there that I want to check out.
And there's couples of cartoons recognizing some I didn't.
All right.
No,
so
but the Ghostbuster one definitely holds.
Well,
up.
I mean, that's nostalgia for you guys, not for.
Yeah, not for me. I don't really know what nostalgia is.
True, you're not old enough yet.
Yeah. Here, I'll introduce to it. Remember when Axel was allowed on the show? I'm really nostalgic for those times.
Getting kind of nostalgic.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I was born in '95.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. I like
Strange Marvel Theories, $2. Anyone remember Pirates of Darkwater? No, but I heard it was good and there was a video game, I think. Cyrus said, listen, Cyrus, we need you on the Saturday morning cartoons binge buddies to go through all this stuff. Brave Star, yes, I kind of figured. Captain N. Okay. Oh, right.
Dinosaurs wasn't on the list though. That's a real L.
Dinosaurs?
Oh yeah, Dinosaurs had the best theme song of
never
all
even
Saturday
heard
morning
it.
cartoon theme songs. Okay, well then I'm gonna have to send this to you then.
All right, Dinosaurs.
Ninja
All right.
Turtles.
We only have two more articles. Well, I had this one ready to go too, but I think we talked about this already.
What about the mothership? I'm just
CGH,
joking.
I can't do the streams will last 4 hours every night, and I can't do that because I still have to get to the mailbag. George R. Binks, actor Ahmed Best, makes surprise return in Jedi. As I'm a Jedi and Mandalorian. I hope this isn't the last of him. It was a great addition to the episode. Did you see this, Axel?
Nah.
Do you watch Mandalorian season 3?
Yeah, I watched. I've seen a bit of it. Is any of it good?
All of
Dinosaurs was 1987, by the way.
Dinosaurs.
It was good that we saw. I hope we see it more.
You know,
we saw a little bit.
The only thing that surprised me more than realizing that dude was Jar Jar Binks was that the episode was directed by Carl Weathers. Like,
yeah,
that was cool, and like he is absolutely down for more Ahmed Best.
Now I think I know this. I think hold on, let me bring this up. I don't know if I want to play the theme song because I don't want to get copyright, even though it's a small production.
What, like $7 production?
But I kind of looks familiar somewhat.
You got to drip the theme song in there a little bit. Just drip it in a little bit.
From out of town. They were called.
Oh, this is.
Yeah, I do remember it.
80s.
Yeah.
My friend.
I remember the Nintendo Power Hour with all the TV shows that.
Yeah, if you want to compete against Jurassic Park,
It's Jurassic, not Jurassic.
Look at that
nice,
evil
Axel.
dinosaurs and spaceships, dude.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I kind of remember this somewhat. It's really weird because I'm like, I remember something here.
It's crazy that the animation back then is better than the animation today.
Yeah, this animation style is actually really cool too. I like it.
They just need to update like.
Although the company who did those animations is not around, but second produced by Benjamin
Michael Uslan?
and Michael.
Like
Russo.
Michael Uslan is a producer of that show? There's a lot
Wow. Dino Saucers. I can't believe I totally forgot about that. I barely watched it. I just kind of remember. I'm gonna check that out. You can't get any of this stuff on even DVD, huh?
I doubt you can find Dinosaurs on physical media.
Oh, I gotta contact Vince. Vince said he would find me stuff. I'm like, can you find Dinosaurs? Cyrus says, for all my best to some back to stars so fantastic. My generation was at me the hugest apology over all time. I was treated very happy to see him on there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was very happy to see that. And this article is the Star Wars Ewok cartoon. Dino Riders was also a good cartoon. Okay. The Mandalorian season 3, episode 4 protects some monstrous babies, and we love it. Spoiler warning with this creature.
Who's
And
that?
I kind of do at the thing at the end what the Mandos were gonna do. That's all I'm saying. Look at those. What did you think? Too many babies? What did you think of this? I mean,
so are they going to be trained to ride them or something? Like,
I'm thinking.
it's like a Daenerys situation here.
Yeah. I think the Mandos are. I think now they're gonna.
Me
gonna breed
personally, what I
them
would have done, I would have eat them.
You would have eat them.
You know.
Oh yeah, they're hungry. Shit, food.
Yeah, yes, it's free food for everybody.
You would eat them.
Yeah, it's free for them.
I mean, they call them foundlings. They're not going to eat foundlings.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, for the babies though, they are babies, and they just got. But they're gonna train them.
Yeah,
use them and write on it too.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Din Djarin ride a Rancor, so
yes, he did. Yes,
I'm very excited about the Do you think they look cool? The creature design.
I mean, it's a baby, of course. You have to wait until like the skin, you know, like there's more skin to his. Yeah,
I just like how many dragons we've seen in Star Wars so far already.
Right?
Lots of dragons.
It's cool. It's cool how every time we see dragons, they change it every time, which I like.
Yeah.
That.
This is the way with some French fries and some barbecue sauce.
Oh my God. This is the way. This is the way.
Yeah, that's pretty good. This looks like a robot chicken sketch. Okay. Rhea, you have some criticism. Have you been watching it, Rhea? You have some criticism.
I wonder if this is like a real prop or CGI.
I think it's practical. It looks practical.
If it's practical, then that looks good.
You're naming them chicken nuggies.
Oh, because they are. I could see one. Yeah, okay, yeah. Chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Those babies will be trained to guard whatever the Mandalorians make base. Yeah.
I mean, they did kill his.
Yeah.
They did kill their mother. So.
Spoiler warning.
Nobody cares.
I mean, technically, it was that giant whatever it was that came out of the ocean.
Their mother.
There's always a bigger fish. Yes. Thank you. Call back to George Lucas.
George Lucas. He invented Star Wars.
Yes, he did.
What?
Yeah. No,
Last article. And then with the mailbag. Guardians of the Galaxy. Who's going to see Guardians of the Galaxy 3? I'm going opening weekend.
I'll be there.
I can't wait. It's one of my most anticipated of Marvel. See, I'm not a gun hater. Guardians 3. So looking forward. Oh, I forgot to bring up the article. Whoops. I'm already talking about the article and it's not up on the screen. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 lengthy runtime revealed by new listing. Now, I would think if they are going to do a lot of concluding storylines, that it's going to run a little bit longer. I'm okay with that. Guardians 3 record-breaking runtime was officially revealed. The story of the upcoming movie has been teased as being emotional and beautiful, and the trailers that were released for Volume 3 echo her comments. Director James Gunn recently stated that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will be longer than 1 and 2, but didn't give an actual specific time. Now it is revealed. According to an official listing on ticket seller Adam Tickets, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 2 hours, 29 minutes. Yeah. Longest film in the entire Guardians franchise.
Best movie since The Dark Knight.
The best movie since Guardians 2.
Exactly.
I don't know. I didn't really like Guardians 2.
Yeah, Guardians 2 was pretty.
Why
Yeah.
Guardians long? Guardians longer because that's what James Gunn wanted to be, bro. It's his last movie with Marvel. Until
Maybe.
future.
Maybe. We don't know.
No, it's his last movie. Until if his DC movies. For
Well,
whatever
if
reason-
DC gets sold again and he
Until,
runs it, yeah, he could be back in the future
until like if DC doesn't movie
for the
it doesn't
foreseeable
do good,
future.
then
Yeah.
For the future, then yeah, he could come back for Marvel in the future. So yeah,
Okay, I understand, Cal.
and the crazy thing he wrote Guardians like in 2018. Like the script been done for this movie for a long time, and now we're getting this movie. Or 2019, whatever it was. So like we get in this movie a long time.
Out of Marvel's next projects, with this last article, where does it rank? I think this ranks up the highest of the projects for me. Is Guardians
It's
3.
James Gunn last movie. So yeah.
Wait, what did she say?
Out of Marvel's next theatrical projects going to theaters, this ranks pretty high up there. It's one of my most anticipated.
What else is scheduled for this year?
Marvels,
Marvels,
which I'm really
that's
looking
it.
forward to.
That's it.
The Thunderbolts,
No, the Thunderbolts in 2024. That's a long time from now.
and they are also Deadpool 3. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
well,
think of
that's next
anything.
year, though. That's next year, though.
I'm trying to think of any other Marvel movies come out.
Yeah, I don't know of any other ones coming out this year.
Is it
Yeah,
just Guardians 3 and because something just came out that was Quantumania. So Quantumania, Guardians 3 and Marvels.
And that's
Okay.
it. There's only 3 movies this year.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
There's only
Okay,
3.
well, yeah. I guess technically, then of Marvel's upcoming releases, this is the one I'm looking
and
forward to
you're
the
getting
most.
3 more DC movies this year, so I don't see people complaining. You see? So
Yeah. So I am really looking forward to the Marvels too.
I'm
but
looking for Guardians, because I want to see how James Gunn does with his last Marvel movie until the future.
Yeah, these characters. I love these characters.
Yeah, and these versions.
The
of
only
these
one that
characters.
I'm like not had enough of is Groot. I'm just like whatever.
Yeah, screw Groot. I hope he does.
No, I don't. I didn't say
Yeah.
that.
Well, I do. That's
Vin
great.
Diesel get, bro. Vin Diesel get an
He
easy
already
paycheck every
died.
time he does the voice.
Yeah, he
Holy
came
crap!
back.
I always forget that he's voiced by Vin Diesel.
It's just the jokes running a little flat for me on the Groot. Like on Groot, I'm like, all right,
Which is interesting because that Groot was a less annoying character in the very first Guardians one, and he had an emotional kind of ending at the end of that movie, and then he just kind of became like a mascot character, like a cutesy
Yeah, they
little
just
mascot
used him for
character.
toys and
Yeah.
to sell merchandise, and they didn't see him as a real character.
Strange.
High
Marvel series-
Evolutionary would be cool.
Yeah, High Evolution. They got a great actor. That's also I don't recognize him from everything, but I do know he was in Peacemaker. The actor playing High Evolutionary. Just the fact that we see young Raccoon. I don't know much about that villain, but I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, now we're getting to the mailbag. Let me bring that up here.
All right, I'm gonna bounce.
All right, thank you, Devin. I will be checking out Dino Saucers.
Check out that's the one takeaway from my appearance here tonight is that you should all be watching Dinosaurs.
Did you watch a lot of it when you're?
It was one of my regular Saturday morning things. I can't remember how much of it I watched, but I liked Dinosaurs. I like GI Joe, of course. I like the real Ghostbusters, Garfield and Friends. When I was really hard up on it at Heathcliff, if there wasn't a Garfield to watch.
I used to watch Heathcliff.
Jason the Wheeled Warriors. I did watch that one along with Thundercats and Silverhawks. Dinosaurs, Captain Planet. I liked Captain Planet.
The power is yours.
Yeah, like those were my go-tos. All the other stuff, not quite so much. Yes, MODOK had a show on Hulu, which wasn't bad.
Oh, okay.
It's time to end the show. The dogs are barking.
No. They're just. I took my mask off, and they think it's time for them to get some. I'll be right back. Thank you, Devin.
All right,
I'll
see
be
y'all
right
later.
back for the mailbag. I'm just going to put the dogs away with the biscuit.
Okay. Well, I'm playing Lego Star Wars. On let's see here. I'm rescuing Palpatine from Count Dooku.
Ooh,
Yeah, good times.
that opening of Revenge of the Sith is just fire.
It is one of my favorites of the Star Wars openings. But I'm just going through achievement hunting at the moment.
Oh, yeah, this is a replay of the game.
Yeah. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, is a really good game.
Yeah, it looks different from all the other Lego games, which...
Well, I don't like the fixed camera angle that the older ones have.
Oh, okay.
This one has like a more of an open world feel to it, which I really like.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah. No, I say usually because it's like the dogs know when the show's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took my mask off. Whenever I do something, whenever I move, they start barking. Like, it's time for me to get something. They're very needy.
Show's over.
Thundar the Barbarian, is that real? Really? Okay. Okay. Let me bring up the mailbag, the CGH mailbag here. See what we got going. Woo! Everyone got that energy up?
No, I'm about ready to go to bed.
Quote of the day 84. We all want to feel happy because happiness is like glass. It may be all around you, yet it's invisible. But the greatest gift you can ever give to another person is your own happiness. Better to give than to be thanked. Yeah. Give happiness. I could go with that. Hey, and Max, I hope you're feeling good tonight on the stream. And I know you feel upset about passing away of a friend, but everything will be all right. He lived his life to the fullest, and he was happy about it too. The only thing we can do is cherish those memories, the good times you had together, and live the best life to the fullest for him and beyond. So stay strong, be humble, and a good, proud man, Mad Max, because all we want you to do is succeed like Ramblin' did too. Very nice, Mass Vigilante. Yeah, I'm to the point where I just want to celebrate the lives of people. Like, just to give people a heads up, Saturday I am doing an appreciation stream because I was planning to do one when he was with us, but he just couldn't do it. So I'm like, well, even though he's not with us, we could still do it. So just going to have people pop on, say a few nice things of how they met him, you know, things they liked about him, and celebrate him in that way. And fortunately, I'm in a position where I still have his channel linked to my StreamYard. So before I remove it, I thought I should do this last like little thing before I take it out, because I kept it in there for a reason. We talked behind the scenes, like maybe he'll come back if he's feeling better. So I think it'd be like a nice send off and tribute, not try to be too sad of an event, just to be the positive part of it, celebrating. You know, some cultures do a celebration of life when someone is no longer with us. So just something like that. So thank you, Mass Vigilante. I appreciate that. Voltaire 325. Last episode of The Mandalorian was good. I like seeing hot and steamy Jedi action. There simply isn't enough of that in these Disney Star Wars projects. Part of me thinks it would have been cooler if Favreau had Jar Jar be the one that saved Grogu. I thought
they did.
It can still happen. They did take off in a Naboo cruiser, so
Which was actually Jar Jar's, apparently.
Boom!
That was Jar Jar's ship, apparently, from the Clone Wars.
okay, so even more so. Dropping them off at Naboo, man. Jar Jar's helping save freaking Jedis like Quinlan Voss.
Oh my God, that would be amazing. If he plays two characters and he drops them off to himself.
That would retcon his...
Drops them off to Jar Jar Binks.
That would retcon his canon story in Aftermath, though.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, not really. That takes
Aftermath
place
only took
years.
place a year afterwards. So he could have been back there for a year and then rebuilt his stuff.
Yeah.
He could be in charge of Naboo.
Well, one of our good friends, Cal, part of her channel in the community, the Ramblin' Man, who had a lot of great interest in entertainment, music, video games. He unfortunately he passed, but
He's a good dude.
we'll celebrate his life on Saturday. You know,
Sorry to hear about that, Max.
no, it's okay. It's okay. This is what happens with something that's the reason life is so beautiful is it's temporary.
Yeah.
And you pass things on through your actions and deeds and people that remember you by, and some people, children, grandchildren, or friends. So it's a way to, so that also kind of puts things in perspective of some of these silly internet squabbles or really don't mean anything,
No,
they don't.
at the end of the day.
Yes. So yes, but
But
part
the
of me
friends we made along the way.
yes. I lost $300 on a system that's never coming out, but I met a friend because of it. Right. So I think that's more important than the money I lost. And I actually could have got the money back if I would have listened to my wife and friends too, though. But yes. Okay. But what do you think? I think it was cooler this way, Voltaire, to have him be a different character. Although I would be like screaming my head off if he drops him off to Jar Jar. I'd be like, whoa, that's next
I mean,
level.
to be honest, we don't know what happened to him because we only saw a little bit. So I want to see the full thing on where he went.
Mhm.
What place he took.
I mean, because didn't they make like a character poster? I think we'll see more.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful poster they made of him.
Yeah, it looks better than anything I've ever seen in my life. Better than I don't know. Nothing.
Yeah, Strange Marvel Series, $2, Max. It's about the legacy carry on his memory. Yeah, I hope to continue MME International in some fashion, and that's a show that he helped. He started it, so I hope to continue at least once a month if I can get a group together. I'm working with CGH Taladia, and I'm trying to get a hold of Anthony Grigsby, but he's just very busy.
Australians are busy.
And Axel,
busy with spiders.
Axel can participate if he's on his good behavior.
Yep.
As the MME International. I
Do
think that would be
you
great.
know that they found a new giant spider in Australia?
That's just a myth made up by.
Is its named Axel?
Oh my god, that's messed up.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up. Man. It should be banned.
God damn, Max, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. All right, let's get back to the. Well, what do you guys think, Brian? Would you have preferred Jar Jar, or do you like the way it played out?
I like the way it played out. I still think we might see Jar Jar, just not like everyone expects.
And that would be that would be a bait and switch. Like you think he's this is it, and then they actually give you Jar Jar. Crazy
you
Joe.
know what we need? We need a badass Gungan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen a Gungan in ages.
Crazy Joe, how was the movie?
It's good, but it's not the happiest fun time movie you're going to see this year. It's
a Zach Braff movie, dude.
Garden State I think was funny. I mean, but this was a bit of a downer.
It was like the sad episodes of Scrubs all rolled into one.
I didn't watch enough Scrubs to say. I've seen a few episodes, but yeah,
Scrubs is the greatest show ever.
I mean, it's a well-made film, good performances, but it's not one I think I'm going to watch again. It's one that just kind of makes you want to, I don't know, reevaluate your life.
Be sad.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll be passing on that one. Sorry. Yeah.
It's like life is sad enough. I don't need a movie to remind me of it.
Well, I mean, I would watch it if it's on a streamer service, but I'm not going to. CGH, do you think they should have done Jar Jar, or do you like the way it played out?
I like how it played out, but I wouldn't mind seeing Jar Jar again to redeem him.
I don't think he needs. I mean, the character's problematic from the way his voice is. People take a slight offense to it.
Who just left?
Brian.
Oh, why'd you leave?
Okay. I don't know. Anthony, what do you think? Do you like? Oh, he's your new favorite Jedi. What do you think?
No, I want to see more of his Jedi. So
They'll try changes his
I'm
profile
fine.
picture all the time. So
Do you know he has a
I'm fine where we
relative
saw him. I
in
mean, I would have loved Jar Jar.
in
But
Attack of the Clones?
Well, hold on. Anthony's speaking, guys. Sorry.
so yeah, I mean, I like his character where we saw him in this little episode. I want to see more of his Jedi eventually in the future.
All right, Axel, what do you think?
yeah, I think it's a cool addition. I haven't seen the episode, but I think it's cool.
Well, now you're spoiled. There you go.
Yeah, well,
Crazy Joe, did you see this episode of Mandalorian?
I did. My favorite episode of the season so far.
Do you like
I
the
really
way
enjoyed it.
Ahmed Best came back, or would you prefer to just be Jar Jar saving the day?
Oh well, no, it was fine. I didn't know it was him. I didn't. I watched the episode yesterday.
I knew right
and
away.
I didn't know until this morning when I saw the headlines. Because I wasn't sure that. I've never seen him in anything except episode 1, so I don't even really know what he looks like.
I bet he pulls off the person mask and it's Jar Jar. Darn it, Brian left right before the question from Chubby Teddy. Questions for Brian with a B. Yo, B, you like the new Static X singer? I didn't know there was a new one. I'll have to check that out. Static X is like late 90s, early 2000s, I think. Band? I'll have to check that out.
I'm not familiar with Static X.
Mass Vigilante. Max, have you heard the news that the TMNT graphic novel The Last Ronin is getting a AAA standalone game? Yes.
what is it? Holy
And
crap!
it's going to be dark, gritty, and the gaming mechanics are going to feel like God of War. The animated movie, and now this. Oh man, TMNT fans are eating good this year.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
I don't think it's going to come out this year, though, Masked Vigilante. But yeah, I'm very happy for more TMNT for sure. And I would like a more, since we got like one of the best revisions of remakes of or not remakes, but TMNT Shredder's Revenge, I kind of want a different type of Turtles game. So this is perfect.
Yeah, I want a good Turtles game. Like, I'm not
No,
into.
Shredder's
No,
Revenge
I'm
is
not
amazing.
into like beat 'em up games and stuff like that.
I know about that music group. KMFDM. Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah. Weren't they on like some Matrix soundtrack too? I don't know. All right, but yeah, I'm up for more Turtles and different versions of the Turtles. I'd like a more adult version of the Turtles based on all the Nickelodeon projects. Not that I'm against the Nickelodeon projects.
How
But
dare you? Don't ever talk about the Nickelodeon.
I
product.
might want to track down that graphic novel, The Last Ronin.
It's really, really good.
Oh, you've read it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Really? Okay. Let me see. Yes, they are. Mass Vigilante says, Max, with all the news and the drama lately on the internet these past 3 days with Marvel, DC, Star Wars, etc., do you believe fans are getting too picky? Yes. And entitled fanboys and entitled nowadays calling everything trash a mid? Yeah.
Oh man, that's trash.
Yeah, people that don't really do anything.
I
I'm sorry.
just think
Everyone has the right to criticize, but people don't create anything, and they just like to trash everything. Go ahead, Anthony.
I mean, depends on what you're watching. Like, if you don't like something, you don't. If you don't want to see something, you don't have to watch it. If you don't like something, just say it personally. Oh, it was not good, and stuff like that. I joke around when I say, "Oh, it's trash," and people take it seriously. Like, I'm just joking. I don't mean it. But
But it's an
like,
overused.
yeah.
Overused.
Mid is overused compared to trash or garbage.
Yeah, mid. Yeah.
Yeah, mid is overused way too much nowadays compared to trash or garbage.
I feel like fans are spoiled because like I'm 47. I remember a time when we were getting crap like The Phantom with Billy Zane and Batman and Robin, and I mean we got some real garbage, and now we're getting like if you look at the MCU, even the worst MCU movie is still pretty good. Like I remember when we got true garbage, and it's like now people are complaining about this. I'm like, well, that's because you're spoiled. You're so used to having it good that you can't even appreciate it anymore.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Oh wow. Do you see this, Anthony? He's here to troll you. He's been so much better about that, Matt. Come on.
Matt, bro. Look, I love you,
It's
bro.
trash.
But it's like
Hey,
I
man,
use
that's
it to joke around. I
It's
don't
a
just mean
joke.
that.
It was a
And
joke.
plus, like the last time I say trash or garbage, it's been a long time since I
Yeah.
say that. So stop.
I do think we have so much content out there that people just they try to find reasons to not like things, but I've constantly said that we have got an embarrassment of riches, Crazy Joe. I've never could even asked for all the content we're getting now in the 90s when I was growing up with these franchises. I never thought we would get this much Star Wars or
people would still complain if it was a lot of stuff back in the 90s compared to now, people would still complain.
Well, Anthony, how do you feel about 2003 Hulk?
I mean, it's an Ang Lee comic book movie. That's what it was. Like, it was okay at best. It's not.
I'm trying to get him to say trash, garbage.
What do you think about J.J. Abrams? What do you think about J.J. Abrams, Anthony?
We're not going to talk about J.J. Abrams.
What do you think about
mid? All right, we get the idea. Or is it the producer's fault for not delivering on the expectations of these shows, movies, projects? I think there is a lot of product out there, and people. I just think it's the prevalence of social media. Everyone thinks they're an expert. Although I really like everyone's opinions, people don't try to create themselves. I think if you try to create yourself, maybe you'll have more reverence for these projects too. Like I used to draw a lot. I originally wanted to do a comic book myself, and it's hard, and I'm not the best at it. And I was creating all kind of characters, and so people, slow your roll until you try to create something yourself is what I'd like to tell everyone on the online. Everyone that just wants to trash everything. I'm like, well, what have you done for the world lately? What have you created? You know what I mean? It's very hard to create.
Hey.
I remember back in the 80s when you'd go see a movie and, I was a kid. There was no social media. You went and saw a movie, and if you liked it, you thought that was the greatest thing. You're like, oh, man, this movie was great. And you wouldn't know how it did at the box office. Like, I couldn't tell you. There are movies that I thought were staples of my childhood that, you get older and you find out it was a box office disaster. Didn't know that at the time. I just was watching it and enjoying it.
Oh, the internet didn't exist, so,
Yeah, we didn't have scoopers back then. That's when it was good. We didn't have dumbass scoopers.
I mean, scoopers don't spoil a lot of things.
Scoopers, you can't watch a movie without being spoiled.
I like the scoop game. I just know what it is.
I mean, can the scoop game be good? Yes, but and not spoil every movie out there. I mean, it's good. It's good once in a while to get spoiled, to get excited about it. But it's like, it's getting old now. Just getting spoiled every time.
All right. Well, let's get back to the Mass Vigilante Max. If in a what if scenario, I like it though. Maybe you should put some in there, Anthony. Max, in a what if scenario, if these movies could have existed and be coming to fruition, and you can only pick one, would you rather watch Shazam and Henry Cavill Superman versus Black Adam movie, or Zack Snyder Justice League Part 2 and 3 setting up to the fight with Darkseid? I have to pick Darkseid.
Yeah,
but I would love to see Shazam and Black Adam and Cavill too.
See,
I think
that's a good question.
We were at the launch pad with these. You could have done both of these. Boom, boom, and be done.
Well, Shazam was an original slate they announced in 2016, a long time ago. That movie was supposed to come out in 2018. So
because
Batman
and Wonder Woman would have.
No, bro, those are storyboards.
Or
bro.
Lois Lane or whatever.
How many times does Zach have to keep saying it? Those are storyboards that Jim Lee himself and Jeff Johns created. But other than that, it was just quick stuff they were thinking. They were not meant Zach for doing it. It was just stuff to thinking. He already changed. Like he been saying that for a long time. He changed the storyboards. The storyboards not the same as it used to be. So we hope one day Zach put it out so we could see what would have been like. So, you know,
All right.
yeah.
Well, here we go. Mass Vigilante Max. Right now, some streaming services are getting desperate.
Mhm.
Netflix is losing viewers, and HBO Max can barely keep their heads above water. The same thing with Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Hulu, and etc. Already, Bob Iger is planning to sell IPs away to other companies for money. It would be cool if they sold the Gargoyles to some other company that can revamp and continue the series, but I'm scared if they might sell off any Marvel properties too. I don't think they'd sell off anything Marvel.
No, they'll be
Do like
done.
they did with
today,
Spider-Man,
no.
Hulk, and X-Men. Also, what's your thoughts on it? And what's your thoughts on Jenna Ortega rumored to be White Tiger in the MC for Daredevil Born Again? I think it's a slam dunk.
It's a slam dunk. She's too busy. Way too busy now.
I think the industry needs to adapt again and do something interesting on streaming. For example, I keep saying the first streaming service to figure out, just like Xbox Live, first streaming service to do movie scores and achievements and discounts based on your watching is going to help that streamer that does it first. A movie score, you get it, badges, achievements for going through and binging a lot of their product. And that I think would be the game changer. I know people say, "Oh, that's silly, Max. That's silly."
That is
No,
pretty silly.
that keeps me on Xbox. That keeps people watching more things. That keeps people interested.
And
I
people
think,
pay for it every month.
so I think if they do something like that, it also could potentially help piracy too. Because
I mean,
I could watch, but if I'm on my Netflix account, I get my gamer score and that gets me points and a discount, or maybe all the points I could get a special Netflix Funko of one of their properties, a special Netflix only Witcher Pop. It could help stop pirating, I think.
I mean, look, Game of Thrones used pirating, and that became an all-time high. But when Netflix, they just give money to everybody. You get a $200 million movie. You get a $200 million movie. You get a $300 million movie. It's like, can we relax? Like Netflix, relax. Like Netflix needs to relax and with stuff. That's usually why Netflix is cancel a bunch of shows and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like Netflix needs to slow down and put out good stuff. HBO, I mean, they released The Last of Us is amazing, and they've releasing Succession season 4 on Saturday. So, and then you get House of Dragon next year in 2024. So HBO keep going and growing. It's not going on subscriber wise, but I hope they do after they relaunch the new streaming service at the Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Disney, they gotta keep trying new things and cut costs on the products that they have there. The Star Wars stuff is doing great. In the stuff, and the Marvel stuff, I mean, depends. Paramount, they got what, Star Trek and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff. I don't see Hulu doing that much. What is Hulu doing? Anyway?
Brian's not here for us to ask about Picard.
So,
What he thought about Picard this week.
Well, I want to answer your question here. CJH says, CJH Entertainment, what would you do if the world ended tomorrow? I would watch the Snyder Cut. I would play some video games, spend some time with my wife. See, I would say order some really good food, but come on, if everyone knew the world is ending, no one's going to deliver food. Or no one's going to cook it. No one's going to cook in restaurants. No one's going to be at work the last day on Earth, right?
I will.
So you would? Okay.
No.
No one's going to be working.
If the world's ending, I'm calling the cops.
I would I would drink the alcohol. I'd indulge in all kinds of things, and then I would stream too. I'd say, I would do a stream.
I'd have a final turkey dinner.
Turkey dinner?
The turkey.
It's not just the turkey.
It's not just a turkey. My world.
Anthony says,
it means
"What
hope.
is your favorite genre of movies? Action movies, sci-fi, superhero movies are probably some of my favorite ever. Western cowboys."
Oh, action movies. I enjoy action movies and martial arts movies.
Yeah. All right, let me see here. Oh, whoops, wrong thing.
Oh,
There you go. Okay. Masked Vigilante says, Max, would you rather fight a mountain goat while wearing a chicken suit
That's
for
that's
$500?
interesting.
Or would you
like
rather
the chicken
twerk
from Family Guy.
for 30 seconds straight for $1,000 to your haters of the internet She-Hulk style, making them triggered and die from cringe? Which one? I could twerk for 30 seconds for $1,000. Hell yeah. I don't want to fight a mountain goat either. I would twerk for $1,000. Absolutely. What would you do, Anthony?
Fight a mountain.
I like to fight Kevin Feige.
You're gonna fight a mountain.
No, Kevin Feige.
Oh, a mountain goat. Okay.
I will
Well-
fight every single person on the planet Earth.
That's what I did once.
Oh wow.
Pretty
Everyone. Every single person.
Mhm.
What about dead people?
Including dead people.
Well, we might as well go to the 3-hour mark. I have one more thing we could look at that I was thinking. I wasn't sure if I was going to do or not, but might as well. Hold on. This is from the Hot Mic. This is talking about, I believe, Marvel stuff. The Marvels. So let's react to this here.
Yeah. And that Nia DaCosta is actually doing a very good job keeping it together as best she can. But I've still heard that she's not on the studio's list for the Avengers movies.
Oh wow, okay.
But the bigger thing, I don't know. You know, we'll see if this gets confirmed.
You know how he always does this. Like, I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but
Confirmed after this.
That's what scoopers do.
This
They
is
are
on this.
dumb.
the
I always do
rumor
that.
on the street.
I don't know. Yeah, I do
Deadpool
know.
3.
Well, hold on. Deadpool 3. Look
I
at
don't care about
look at
Deadpool.
Roka's eyebrows. He does like the cowboy man. Yes, Rhea, do you know he was in the intro? I was surprised he let me on. I was waiting an hour or two in his backstage, and I said, "I'll behave, I promise." And he was really he wouldn't know what I was gonna do. I don't know if
Yeah.
he'd let me back on again, but
You were just like
Is-
me.
no.
Is Deadpool sort of taking on the TVA.
Ooh.
Wow.
And
Holy
so as a result, with Deadpool 3, I hear Owen Wilson's Agent Mobius and
Yeah.
Tara Strong's Miss Minutes will be in Deadpool 3.
Wow, what do you think of that?
I mean, it makes sense. Obviously, the movie
Yeah.
is multiverse.
The TVA.
Obviously, and plus, like, Cable give Deadpool the time travel device at the end of Deadpool 2.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know what happened to that, and probably the TVA is after maybe Deadpool because of that. So
Who do I like more for movie talk? Roka, Campia, or Grace? I like Grace, even though she blocked me, and I think she's overly critical of some women in the industry. And I don't like the thing I don't like about Grace is where she goes more into speculation about spilling tea on the behavior, like making people villains. Like, but a lot of movie talk do like this. Like and everyone wants to make The Rock a villain. People want to make Henry Cavill a villain. I don't like that aspect of her, but she's entertaining. Her movie math is good. So I would say Grace is more entertaining, and she does this all on her own. Whereas, for example, Roka, I like Roka, but I'll be real. people start watching Roka more often now since he's been doing the hot mic with Jeff Schneider. And
He's been doing good, actually.
And Campia has more team members, and Campia can get views on his own, but it's basically the same thing where Grace does multiple things. She does movie math. I think she does all that herself too. Like, I was thinking about doing something similar. I'm like, to get up all those graphics and stuff.
No, that would be way too much.
But I don't like spilling tea on. I heard this person's a horrible person, or like that whole Jessica Chastain thing. It was freaking weird. And then she's like, and I casuals and unprofessional. I don't like attacking the actors. And I know people are like, Max, you're a hypocrite because you like to bash on Kathy Kennedy and stuff. But I don't. But I base it more on the facts. Like, the movies keep falling through, directors keep being changed. It's always creative differences, things like that. I don't like to say, "Oh, Kathy Kennedy's a tyrant behind the scenes." You know, I don't like all that. I think that's too far. Schneider does that too. He says, "I heard this person's horrible to work with." I don't like that. But I think she's. Oh boy. Hey, Jade.
Hey, Jade.
But what do you think of that about that CJH and Deadpool 3? That's one of my most anticipated. I'm really looking forward to Deadpool 3. What is this?
What do you think of this image?
What the hell is that?
That looks good, but he should be Deadshot. Will Smith. Oh, you didn't learn about movie talk? Well, you're welcome. Strange Marvel. I would fight Kevin Feige dressed as mountain goats. All right. What do you think, Anthony? Who's your favorite out of those three? None of them? Me?
They all do stuff differently. You could watch any of them. I mean, like, John Carpenter does great with Rob and the others, and then Grace do a lot of her stuff, but I don't know why she hates Jessica Chastain a lot, and James Gunn a lot. So you know, and John Roca is good. So you know,
Will Smith, Green Lantern will use slap constructs. That's true. Big hand to slap someone. That's a Green Lantern. All right, CJH, what do you think? Oh, go ahead, Axel.
I mean, he does have big ears, so yeah.
All right. Thanks for that addition, CJH.
What was the question?
All right, moving on. Who do you like more, John Campia, Grace, or Roca, or me?
I don't know.
All right. Thanks for adding that commentary. Let's get back.
The characters themselves. Wow. Really? But no Loki?
Wow.
I don't know if Loki's in Deadpool 3, but I've heard that Owen Wilson and Tara Strong are going to be in Deadpool 3. And if you think about it, Owen Wilson and Sean Levy go back a ways, right? They did the Night of the Museum.
Wow.
That's right.
It wouldn't shock me if Sean Levy got his old pal Owen Wilson in this movie as Agent Mobius.
Wow. And of course, Tara Strong is a legendary voiceover actress, having done Harley Quinn for numerous Batman iterations. But I mean, this idea of being with the TV, I mean, you've already got Logan and Wolverine in here. So is that the way they kind of weave Logan and Wolverine into this? Is that he's jumping into timelines? I mean, of course, we've had multiverses, but is this jumping into timelines to bring him into this situation and take on the TVA?
Listen, I didn't even watch Loki. I watched like an episode or two of it. I didn't even miss minutes. I don't know what we're talking about, dude.
All right, fine. Well, I'm excited about it, and we'll see if
Do you think that could be the way they bring in Wolverine?
Probably.
Reyes says, I want Wayne T. Carr, Green Lantern, but I'll accept John David Washington or Michael Jai White if he's an older agent in the detective show with Hal Jordan that's in development. Or what about King, the actor Jonathan Majors? I don't know.
He's busy for a long time, so I don't know about
We
that.
don't even know if Wayne is a good actor.
Oh, wait, wrong topic. She's watching multiple streams.
She's watching what?
I think Reyes, I think Rhea's watching multiple streams and put the comment in the wrong chat.
Oh, right.
I think she's watching my friend Skywalker. All right, hold on. Or maybe it was earlier on because of the image. I don't know. Okay, let's finish this up and then we'll finish the show.
It shows up in Deadpool 3. That could be really interesting as well, especially if they're going after the TVA. So, all right, what other Marvel news you got?
Now we can move on to Star Wars. So why don't you set up the stuff while I tweet this out?
Yes. All right. Yeah. So here we go. Star Wars. We
All
heard.
right, that's all I wanted to share there. So, thank you all for watching. Yeah, your mic is scratchy anyway.
Yeah,
it
it's
lasts
like
that whole
protect
time
you.
until now.
Protect
The Oh, you're used to DC talk. Okay.
When is Rhea gonna do a live stream again?
Well, we don't want to pressure people.
Well, I'm not pressuring.
Yeah, she's taking her break. When she feels comfortable, she'll be back, and then we'll be supporting her. You know?
Okay.
Hello there.
It's still scratchy.
God damn it.
Hello there. You did the Obi-Wan. Hello there.
Hello there. Even though
I actually started watching Obi-Wan.
Greetings, strange humans.
Greetings.
Okay.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, that's the name.
Jade says the only Star Wars news these days is another can. Well, actually, they replaced the director and writer pretty quick this time. That's a difference because they said that someone's off and then they're announcing someone's getting back on the project. So that is quite different. But I appreciate you all watching. It's almost 1:30. I have to get some sleep. I have a long day at work tomorrow. We'll be back for MME tomorrow night. You might be watching Picard.
MME again.
Yeah. Hope you all have a great one. And CJH, the actual stay behind the scenes for a minute. I just want to ask you something. No, nothing
We're in
bad.
trouble.
No, you're not in trouble.